Walk in there, and down it goes. Caught at the 30. This is the dynamic Hill. He's in for six. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown.
Take into your hands a plan. Your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour. Take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder. Work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm f***ed off at these f***ing clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it.
Dolphins victory. Thank you. As everybody knows, welcome everybody from in chat. Hit the like button on your way in. And we'll begin this after party. Hopefully we'll get Crypto in here, who was live at the stadium. Got to see Dolphins put up the 40 burger. Dolphins edging out the Commanders 45-15. Victory. Dolphins are now 9-3 for the first time since 2001. So can't ask for better than that. I mean, damn, guys.
And the deja vu is broken.
Yeah, right.
At no point last year were we 9-3. We're not that team anymore.
That's true. Because, you know, we lost this time last year. And not only did we win, but we won handedly. Damn near the entire fourth quarter, Mike White and backups on defense closed out this football game, and the Commanders still could do nothing.
Hey, you want to see something beautiful, El Capitan?
What it is.
Look at that.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
That's beautiful.
Put it back up, Shake. I want to see it again. 6-2 in the conference puts us over the Baltimore Ravens. Only people that could jump us now is if KC wins today.
Yep.
Or if Jacksonville wins today, they'll be tied with us. Oh, well, they're going against conference opponents. So,
And they don't play till tomorrow night. So if the Chiefs lose tonight, we're in sole possession until tomorrow night's game.
That's a beautiful thing, man. Beautiful thing.
I love it.
Now let me ask you all again. Maybe I'll wait till tonight's game. Never mind. I'm just thinking. I'm reminded of a time, after a certain game where we were supposed to have no chance whatsoever to regain the top seed, and here we sit.
Well,
not that it wouldn't have been easier, and we'd be in the driver's seat right now. I'll give you that, but too much football left to be played. You know what I mean? Just way too much football left to be played. And let's be real, it ain't like the Chiefs are world beaters right now.
Mm-mm. Can Denver come back and win this game?
Oh yeah, that's right. They should be in the zone right now.
Yeah, they're like on the 10-yard line, and it's about to be second or third and goal with 16 seconds left.
So, Ali, why don't you tell us how much offensive production we had today?
So
while we're waiting on the Denver Broncos.
About 406 yards, whereas the opposing team only had 265 yards offensive production. So pretty good all in all day. Had over 123 yards rushing. Wow, last second Texans intercept the ball.
Wow.
Wow. Amari is good. CJ Stroud.
Do they have that on
Amari,
CBS or something, Ali?
I have the tickets.
Oh, you got Red Zone. You got a ticket.
Yeah, they have a deal with YouTube right now. You can get the rest of the half season on the cheap. And they also allow you to put on monthly payments now, which is kind of nice. So,
Well, I'm looking at my bets, and I've lost everything everywhere. Pretty much. Unless the Steelers can come back and win this game and put me back up.
I was thinking about this regarding the rushing because we only had about 123 yards rushing. If you take away all of those practice plays, if you want to call it, where we were losing 5, 4, 5, 6 yards every time, we would have a lot more yards rushing, to be honest. So that's why it kind of looks offset. It's kind of weird.
I picked Houston to win, but I bet because I got positive yards on friggin' or positive points Denver, and now I'm regretting it. I hate it. They always get me.
Detroit going into victory formation.
They're down on the ball too?
Yep.
Wow, I just watched the first down that Reynolds got, but that's probably a couple plays ago.
Oh, thank you. By the way, thank you, Pam. See, look, she says shake is beautiful. Thank you.
So real quick, I guess before we open the floodgates, I'll run down the scores from around the league. You got the Titans and Colts right now still tied at 25. 39 seconds left before overtime. The Lions and Saints are coming to a close. Lions are kneeling the ball at 33-28. Falcons and Jets. Falcons still leading the Jets 13-8 with 2 minutes left. Cardinals and Steelers is still in a weather delay. Cardinals up 17-3. With 10 minutes, 30 seconds in the first. Panthers and Buccaneers are just underway, knotted at 0. You had the Broncos going down to the Texans just now, 22-17. Chargers bothered themselves to get a win today by beating the Patriots 6-0. And in our game, we all saw our boys take care of business, 45-15 against the Washington Commanders. Cowboys beat the Seahawks on Thursday night, as we all saw, 41-35. And in later action, still yet to come at the 4:25 mark, Browns versus Rams, 49ers and Eagles. And then tonight you got Chiefs going into Green Bay to take on the Packers. And you've got a AFC conference matchup tomorrow night between the Bengals, who are going into Jacksonville to face the Jaguars, who will need to keep winning to keep pace with Kansas City and Miami and the Ravens. So there you go. Hope that helps. Hope that helps everybody's pocketbook. If I told you scores you didn't want to hear, I duly apologize.
What's crazy to me is that the Chargers, who have so many different weapons on offense and a quarterback who can actually get the ball up and down the field at times, how they can only win 6-0. That is
I mean, you're starting to get at Josh Allen levels when you're only scoring 6 points against Belichick, man. I mean,
Staley is definitely gone, bro. That guy is definitely out the door.
Y'all see what I did there?
Yep. I appreciate it.
I mean, you have to be as bad as Josh Allen to not get more than 6 on Belichick, man. Come on. I mean, they're purposely trying to lose.
Bro, so I'm watching the replay from the Colts game. They blocked the punt twice.
Wow.
Right?
I saw the second one.
And not only did they block the punt twice, both times it looks like they killed the kicker, bro. His leg had to have been destroyed.
It probably don't feel too bad going up into the bellies of one of those linemen,
Yeah.
It's like falling into one of the out of building into one of those air mats,
And they blocked a field goal. Or no, it was missed field goal, but horrible kick.
So, who do you got in the Niners Eagles game?
Well, the
Eagles.
betting odds are saying that the Niners are going to win.
Where's the game being played?
I mean, the Niners still have the highest projection of probability to win the Super Bowl. Despite the Eagles, the Niners are the ones with the best probability. So,
where's the game being played?
That is going to be in Philadelphia, I believe.
In Philly, they're going to win in Philly. It's going to be some BS calls, and they're going to give it to Philly.
I don't know. This might be the game where they squash that narrative by not helping them because San Francisco is a good enough team that should beat them anyway. You know what I mean? So they might take it as an opportunity to try to reverse the narrative. You know what I mean? And just let the Eagles go down. They can afford it. And they can afford it against the Niners. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Image-wise.
Thank you for calling me.
How you doing, Pam? How you like them apples, Pam?
We actually apples.
We all predict a 40 burger and it happens. How do you love that?
I love it. I love to see how AVG, I mean, he had like a trifecta, right? And I was thinking, is there a quadfecta? Because that dude almost blocked a punt. I mean,
yeah, I know, right? AVG was on fire today.
He was on fire. Loved it.
On
Hey, Miss
fire.
Nene.
Hey, Nene.
Hey guys,
Greg.
I said put the cash up so we can bless the page. Maybe I gotta
Love these apples.
Love the apples.
Let Greg get his licks in. I know he wants to talk about something. Let him get it off his chest.
Go ahead,
Before
Greg.
we get into the Dolphins destroying these bum Commanders, Ollie, I've been waiting for your week. I've been practicing this song for a week, so here we go.
Go ahead.
Hail to the victors, valiant land. Hail to the conqueror heroes. Hail to Michigan, the leaders and the best. Hail to the victors, valiant land. Hail to the conqueror heroes. Hail to Michigan, the leaders of the West. The champions of the West, wherever the hell it's called. Ollie, I'm actually rooting for Ohio State. Fuck the SEC. I need Ohio State to beat the fuck out of Missouri. Fuck the SEC. Fuck the SEC. Fuck the Commanders. Don't bums me. Put 40 on your bum asses.
Okay.
How about that SEC, baby? How about that SEC?
I'll tell you what.
You're
You're not winning any karaoke contest anytime soon, Greg.
Hold on. Thank you for that hillbilly fight song, whatever you want to call that. But what is the Blue gonna do when they go up against Alabama, who's gonna destroy Harbaugh? And after the game, Harbaugh is gonna be laying on the ground while the Alabama coach and fucking nutcaps him as he walks by, walking into the championship.
I got Michigan beating Alabama.
Nothing, because your team can't do shit.
We're gonna lose to Alabama because SEC bias. Alabama doesn't deserve to be in the playoffs.
Oh, he admits it. Okay, all right. Now
I'm rooting for Washington.
I actually agree with that. I have to agree with that. Alabama beat Tennessee because there's a whole bunch of SEC teams that are better and should have been in the picture a long time ago. And Tennessee is one of them. Not a Vols fan. Just saying they got screwed in that Alabama game. When you got the Tennessee coach sitting there laughing because that's all he could do because the referees were so bad. I mean,
how you could tell the Dolphins won by a lot. We're talking college football
about
post-game.
something else.
I know, right?
Fuck the Commanders. They're not even. We should have. The Commanders should have just said, Dolphins, we're going to get a free win.
Jimmy.
They didn't even show up today. We are on another planet than the Commanders. The Commanders are with the Jets and the Patriots and the Bills. They can't compete with us. We should be playing better competition. All these teams suck. We're better than them. We're the best team in the NFL.
I got to correct you there, though, Greg, because I got to tell you, Commanders quarterback, Howell, is for real. That kid is good. And I'm telling you, if we weren't so good, that game could have been very different. I've watched Washington play all season. They're a decent team. You know, I've watched them get
Pam. You
through.
know what, Pam? I want to second what you're saying, because what you're basically saying is we're a upper echelon team, because the Commanders have had close games against other teams. Other teams that are considered to be good teams didn't win by 30.
Yes.
Let's be real. That offensive line is horrible.
So, Color, that's my point. It's not that Washington is so bad. It's that the Dolphins are so good. And the narrative that we have heard with Denver.
Well, don't get me wrong, Pam. The Commanders are bad. I'm just saying that they're not like trash. You know what I mean?
Right.
Their defense is, for sure. But why haven't other teams put up 45 on them?
Because they're not that bad. And when you look at what we did to Denver, the whole world crowned Denver as crap. But then Denver came back, right? And beat other good so-called darlings, right? Right, El Capitan, you know.
Yep.
The so-called darlings.
Yeah.
Yes. And so this is what I'm saying, is that these so-called crap teams, they're not crap. We're just good. When you put a 40 burger on a team, you know, you're just good. Our defense, oh my gosh. You look at Washington's quarterback,
Defense,
I've had him on my
scores
fantasy
touchdowns.
league for about 6 weeks now. He's helped me win a lot. The kid gets a lot of fantasy points. I'm telling you that they ain't that bad. We're just that good.
Now, on the other token, Nene, how do you like the fact that we finally got the job done first and then played around?
Yeah.
So,
Hey, by the way, where are the? I noticed that the people there are on the panels when we lose are not up here. Why is that?
Oh,
here's the thing. Let me get the question.
Go ahead,
from
Nene.
Color.
No, I want to hear what she has to say. Please go ahead.
Go ahead,
Nene. This is probably. I know everybody likes the Denver game, but I absolutely love this game because we came close to playing an efficient game on all facets of the ball. To me, the offense and all I mean, it's cute and all, but in terms of what the goals are, you have to play great football on all three facets of the ball. And to see that defense, you know, you mentioned Van Ginkel, but I also was looking at some other guys too. Sealer, you know, Emmanuel Akbar. People are hard on him, and he showed up. I just hope for this week, and I'm wearing the first hat of it. Make sure the praise is as loud as the criticism, you know, with certain things. For me, I've been very hard on Tua throughout his career. And today I saw this he's growing up. He's going from a boy to a man before our eyes. The way he was shaking people, the way he was getting that ball out, and from what I understand, no interceptions, no fumbles. So I'm glad December has turned correctly for us. I mean, it was only a year ago, but still, we got to keep it going. And here's the other thing. If you were at that game, man, we heard you on television. I thought it was a home game at certain points. So one time for the people that traveled out there, sat in those because it looked like it was raining. I know it was cold. You know, one time for all the Miami Dolphin fans that were out there cheering on the boys, and I'm sure they heard
especially
it.
Crypto.
Yes, Nene, I second that too. Much better performance than our home game against the Vikings last year. Shout out to the Fins fans that traveled up to the DC.
Even the announcers made comments about the Dolphin fans and how loud they said out louded, right? That word out louded the Washington fans. That was
It's because they hate us because they hate us. They're jealous that we're 93 and no one else is.
And the Jets lost. I mean, it's just always it's just a beautiful day around.
Trevor Seaman came in. God, the Jets have so many quarterbacks I can make fun of. That's how bad they are.
What was beautiful is to see Mike White come in for us. You know who the Jesters don't have? Mike White. You know who they wish they had? Mike White.
They haven't
And
done
Mike White didn't
saw-
even get to throw the ball. He just handed it off every single time, even on 4th and goal, handed it off
Yes.
for a tutty.
And I
But it was
also
beautiful,
saw,
right? Like, I mean, the backups come in. I mean, oh gosh, this game is
I was
amazing.
happy to see Cam Smith out there. You know, some of the guys on defense that we've been asking where they are. You know, this is the type of clean game that I have been begging for. A-Chain. I just love that kid, man. He is so slippery. You know, even if they at first contact, he's not always going down. I just think it was probably, in my opinion, the best game of the season because it was the whole.
Yep.
Now it looked like it was going to get a little dicey at one point, and then
That's
Ginkel,
NFL. That's the NFL, Nene. I mean,
Then Van Ginkel
those guys
got that
are paid
pick
to play
six.
too. You know what I mean?
And Color, to your point, that's why I get mad sometimes, even with me, you know, being so critical over one person. It's a team sport, you know, and the defense
Yes.
came in at the right
Yep.
time to keep our momentum going. And this is just the perfect way to control your own destiny. I said this
Right.
game, they imposed their will on Washington.
And you know what else, too, real quick, Nene? Just to exemplify everything we're saying, this is the type of performance that from Tua that you could argue is a Pro Bowl level performance without the 300 yards and the 5 touchdowns. Because here's the line right now for Tua: 18 for 24, 280 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and a 141 passer rating.
Wow.
And we win
Thanks for those
45
stats,
to
Color.
15.
Wow.
So it don't matter about the 5 touchdowns and the 45 attempts and all that. We won this game by using 100% of our offense.
That sure sounds like a spot quarterback. Am I right, Dan Mitchell, you bum? Where's
Hey,
Josh
Jake.
Allen, that bum? He sucks.
Jake, check out your Twitter.
I want,
And
And
Color
then
too.
also,
I want what
Color as well.
And
Check
to
out
his
your Twitter,
average
bud.
was 11.7 yards per attempt.
and I'm gonna say something on Wax that I know a lot of people on Dolphins Twitter have been waiting for me to say. What an investment Tyreek Hill is. You know,
Oh,
that guy
goodness.
is just absolutely. I seen the Marx brothers as someone in Pampers. You know, I saw Irvin Fryer and Dan Marino, but I have never seen a talent like that on our field that could just his speed and how he goes about it. And then he looks like he's like a kid at the Pee Wee football. It's like he really enjoys the game of football, you know. And
that one on the sideline, Nene?
yeah,
The
like
one where the guy grabbed him on the sideline?
he's so happy-go-lucky. And here's the thing, and I gotta say this too. Yeah, when I'm looking at that sideline, everybody looks like they're celebrating each other. Those are the type of things that are what I call the intangibles that go beyond the box score of people playing for one another. The only concern is we took some injuries again today, you know, and I'm curious how we're going to adjust moving forward with
Well,
Baker.
Nene, as you can see, and I think a lot of us already felt this way because we don't see him a lot, but when we do, there's never seems to be a drop off as Duke Riley. Shout out to Duke Riley for filling right in. I mean, there is a slight drop off. Like you could argue that we don't get the second touchdown put on against if Baker plays the rest of the game.
Color, you mentioned Duke Riley. You mentioned Duke Riley. I have to agree with you on that. But here's the question. Here's the question I want to ask everybody: Is he the long-term answer if, God forbid, Baker's out long-term?
Well, Baker will be out long term.
Yeah, Baker's going to be out.
Right, here's the thing that nobody's
now the question
about,
is: do they go after Shaq Leonard? And that's the
hold on,
question right now.
Alex. I would love them to go after Shaq Leonard. I think it would be perfect at this point. However, let's not forget that Van Ginkel can play both positions, right?
Oh, man.
You just brought JPP.
Never forget.
JPP can fill in for Van Ginkel on the edge while Van Ginkel is playing that inside linebacker role. So,
and will there be a step up, Ali?
But I do want the extra person brought in still. Go ahead.
Will there be a step up to fill the power vacuum void from Channing Tindall. Will he show up and start playing some snaps for the
I've been
Dolphins?
waiting for that.
That'd be
And
really
again,
good. That would be wonderful.
That's a great question.
and
That's a great
again,
question.
Yeah.
and again, Good was on special teams again today, so he's still getting the field time too.
That's true. I seen Good
He-
out there.
he is it's so freaking good, man. Oh my god.
That is
Remember, we did have we did stack this linebacker room with draft picks and free agents
Yeah.
over the last couple of seasons.
Yeah.
and it all looks brilliant now, right? Like, you know, the questions were, why not offensive line? Why not another offensive line guy? I mean, it's been on and on, but look at what's going on now. We're going, okay, this is pretty brilliant, right? I mean, not to say that another offensive lineman wouldn't be great, but it is like they do know what they're doing, right? Bringing in the offensive line coach this year was probably one of the most brilliant moves that we have made in the offseason in a while. That guy
Well, we were
has
going
had
to
a
hit
huge
eventually.
effect
I'm
on
pretty
this
sure
team.
we changed offensive line coaches like 8 years in a row or something stupid like that. This was going to hit eventually.
Yeah,
Finally,
that guy gave us an Eichenberg. We have an Eichenberg.
we do.
Yeah, that's
Who
what I
actually
want.
matters, right? Instead of it being Eichenberg with an eye roll.
By the way, where's Batman? Because I want to throw him on Eichenberg right now.
There we go.
Batman is
Batman
probably
said
currently
that-
running the official Miami Dolphins Twitter space, as he likes to coin it.
I tell you something, man. I tell you, Eichenberg. I think Eichenberg has turned the corner, guys. And what we've seen the last couple of weeks now, I understand it's against subpar competition, but I love what I'm seeing from Liam Eichenberg right now.
Well, yeah, Alex, be prepared for people saying it was a bad opponent and it was expected. But here's the thing: we did not struggle against this team. I mean, other than just football minutia in the middle, we did not struggle against this team 1 second this game.
And Color, like you said before, that turnover battle means everything. We had 0 turnovers and we created a turnover and scored. The other thing is the young man Keon Smith. He did well as, you know, he came and plug and play as well. But something else that I want to talk about when we're talking about this run game and just overall the scheme, our wide receivers are actually blocking people, right? And they're not putting
man, they block great.
And that's something that I think is, you know, when we talk about this team.
Yeah, I think we're starting to see Craycraft, to that point, Nene, we're starting to see Craycraft's return affect things in a positive way again.
Hey, I tell you one thing.
I love that kid.
Don't underestimate Tyreek Hill's run blocking as well. Because I think Tyreek Hill is a very good blocker as well.
And then,
Again, I think he's the best receiver in the world.
One other thing, while we're piling it on Tyreek, I want to get it out of the way. He really, really impressed me today as a wide receiver. Like that adjustment he made to catch that ball that's Hall of Fame level right there. That is the hardest thing in a wide receiver's playbook to do. That is the absolute hardest thing you could do as a wide receiver. What he did today.
Color, did you see what Wes Welker said about Tyreek? Do you agree with him?
I mean, I would assume so. It's probably a truism at this point.
He said I don't know if anybody saw, but this past week that Wes Welker called Tyreek, said that Tyreek is actually better than Randy Moss.
I would agree, but for different reasons than what people think, and I'll tell you why. I agree because I think Tyreek does things that your normal all-around wide receivers do not do. He does everything. The guy can rush. The guy can catch the ball perfectly. The guy can pass block, as we just mentioned, right? He runs routes perfectly. He times things. He can get open in unscheduled events and whatnot. He does things that you, even though Randy Moss was great, don't get me wrong, he's a Hall of Famer, and I think he's one hell of a receiver, and I would love to have him on this team. But really, if you look at it, he was catching the ball downfield along the sidelines. You know, they made a thing out of it. I'm mossing you. You know what I mean? Every time.
Yes.
Well, I was just gonna say, Tyreek can moss people.
Hold
Yes.
on. Or Tyreek can catch the ball at -2 yards and take it 0 to 60, no problem. You know what I'm saying?
And moss people. And moss people.
Correct.
Now, that being said, I'm not crapping on Moss by saying that. Moss's receiving ability, like his ability to catch the football, is far better than Tyreek. But Tyreek has the ability to moss people, even though Moss can moss people better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All I
But
heard
the
one of
other
the
stuff that
things-
Tyreek brings to the table, the other stuff along with that Tyreek brings to the table is no, you ain't getting that out of Randy Moss.
One of the
Also,
things that I
they
wanted to
mentioned,
point out. Sorry,
go ahead, Miss Pam.
Nene, you go ahead, hon.
I just I felt so good every time this guy plays. They mention my school, Justin Hill, Campbell University. That's where I go to school.
He looked
currently.
good, right?
Yes. And he did well today. I just think for all of us, and I'm putting my own self in this category. When things go bad, it's just so natural to just go back into that Debbie Downer attitude on what we're. When I'm hearing the records that's breaking, I'm thinking of those years and how old I was when that record was established, and that's just being a part of something special. The other thing is too, you are gonna have people like, oh, we beat the Redskins, but I remember Miami Dolphins teams where those type of games would be close or we would lose them. So I think this is the moment where we can acknowledge we have moved on to the next step.
We're not playing down
Right.
to our opponents
Absolutely.
anymore.
Exactly. And Pam, before you go real quick, Pam, Nene, you bringing up the past games against the Redskins is so ironic because I literally made my score prediction based on a game back in the mid-90s that we played against the Redskins where I thought that they were kind of tough. And yet I wasn't sure if we could trust what Marino and the boys had going on that year yet. So I was worried about the game, and we ended up winning the game 45-24.
Whoa.
Yeah. Now, Nene, I will say this. I just want to make comment to your
Go ahead,
thing
Ollie.
about you said about the this is just the Redskins, and people are going to say that, but we're doing something that we haven't done in a while. Listen, good teams get stuff like this done. They don't let the game get ahead of them and lose sight of it and lose the game like we saw the Buffalo Bills do 2 or 3, maybe 4 times now.
And you did see us get kind of bored during the game, Ali. And I think that's why we kind of slacked off a little. Why we didn't put up 70.
Got it done like you said in the beginning of the game, and we did what we were supposed to do. So the fact that saying, oh, well, that's just the Redskins. It doesn't matter if it's just the Redskins. It doesn't matter if it's just the Jets or the Patriots or Broncos or whoever. We got our job done. In 1972, and I watched a little history clip that promoting Zonka's book that he put out that I think came out recently, and I'm going to buy it personally. He talked about Shula saying that give it your 100% effort all the time in practice and everything, because you never know what's going to come up that you're going to have to use that extra effort to win the game. They got the job done. You go look at all those teams they beat in 1972. I've already looked at the records that those teams had. They were these bad teams, as people like to say, that we're going up against right now, right? And they got the job done. We're doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing. There should be no question about it. Don't be turned off by it.
Right.
Be happy that your team is doing what they're
because
supposed to
you
do.
can look at it collectively. You don't look at any one of these bad teams and say, oh, we're an awesome team because we beat them. You look at it now collectively and say, hey, wait a minute. If everybody's worried about the trap all the time because of the parity in the NFL, I could think it's safe to say now where we can bet that we're not going to be a victim of a trap.
Well, and if you look at, the so-called trash teams, which I had made a comment when we first started, that is not true for the Commanders. I don't think it's even a true narrative in the NFL at all. But let's look at the fact that the Commanders took the Eagles into overtime, right? The Eagles won by 3 points in overtime. Then the next time they played them, the Eagles beat them by 1 touchdown, 7 points. I mean, they're able to hang with the so-called darlings of the NFL. And so I don't want to hear this is a trash team. This is a team on our schedule. It could have been a different thing. We didn't know what Washington was going to be. We don't make our schedule. We play the ones in front of us, and we put up more points than the Eagles did against the Commanders both times. The Eagles had 38 points against them one time and 34 points against them another time. Excuse me, the Dolphins did over 40. Let's look at that. So I don't even like that whole thought. I mean, I think the media has had to choke back their thing about we only beat trash teams because these so-called trash teams had taken people to task.
You just hit it on the head, Pam. I welcome Pete to come in here and say that we left meat on the bone. I welcome him to come in here and say that. Because he's probably right. Because he's probably right. And guess what? If we don't leave that meat on the bone, we do what we did against Denver. Bottom line.
I think what Miss Pam said.
What's going on, y'all?
What I thought Miss Pam said was so.
What's up, Esther?
Is that we don't make the schedule. You play the teams that are on the schedule, right? It could have went either way on what the records look like. I will say, Miss Pam, for the Eagles and Redskins, they are rivals. You know,
they are rivals. It's a rivalry. Yep.
So sometimes with those games, even if you're quote unquote bad against other teams, they'll get up for that rivalry. But the other thing I want to address is what I saw in the comments about Waddle. See, this is what I guess some people get frustrated with me. Like, we won the game. I mean, let's just have a moment where we can address and celebrate the win instead of pulling out the tweezers and the string and surgically trying to find something. Waddle to me looked okay. He had a drop. It's raining out there. People gonna drop the ball. Tyreek slipped. Tua looked like he slipped. And so, like, when people do that, it's like, come on. They won the game. They're 9-3. They beat someone in December. Give it 24 hours and then write all your complaints tomorrow. That's what I say.
Nene, that is so true. And I mean, if we would have lost this game, we're the same old Dolphins. December, we can't play in the cold. We can't play in December. Well, guess what? We didn't. We won in the cold in December. You saw the fog. I was wondering if it was going to come in more. Like,
not to mention, Miss Pam, but Tua was lights out.
He was
as well, and
those
it was wet.
moves he made, El Capitan, right? Like moves of just
he sidestepped everybody.
Oh my God!
That's something I don't care if people want to be revisionist about it and call me a hater or whatever because they got to maintain that quote unquote narrative. As I know Nene hates to hear.
Yes,
but this is the first time I've seen Tua handle a pocket the way he did today. That was absolutely brilliant. And we have never seen that. We have never seen that.
What did you call it? What did you call it, El Cap? He looked like a bullfighter, right? What do they call him?
Matador.
Matador.
I'm coining
a nice word.
Every time I see him do that, I'm going to yell out "Tulane."
And what I mean by never is you might see it on occasion over the last couple seasons, but bro, that was like that was 60 minutes of pure masterpiece, man.
And what is going on with it, right? So what is going on? Where are we in the season? We are headed into week 14 and the Dolphins are 9-3. We just won a December game. So this whole thing of we're not looking to our past. We are getting hot when you want to be hot, right? We didn't peak too early. We're coming in. The defense is stepping up. Oh my gosh, they're so lights out. Everybody, see the people that got the ball in the offense today. But one of the points I wanted to make about Tyreek was, and we've said it in the past, But Tyreek is this guy who has gotten better on what team? Oh, yeah, the Miami Dolphins. Was he this guy with Mahomes? No, he was not. He's this guy with Tua. And he said it 2 years ago, right? He said, Tua is the best quarterback I've ever played with. That's what he said. So here we are seeing what that man said.
Go ahead.
And he is getting hotter and hotter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The argument about that, there is no argument about it. It does look better as an all-around receiver. He is the receiver that I'm telling you, the best receiver in this league on our team.
On our team,
to the team he won the Super Bowl with, it didn't look as good as it does now.
That's right.
And I agree with that. And it's very hard to argue. I don't know who can argue that.
Well, I just think with what Miss Pam say, I agree. The only thing is, I don't want to put unrealistic expectations on people and just enjoy what they're doing now. I still need Tua to win a playoff game. I still need him to go further, like Mahomes did. Because when people compare, those are going to be intangibles that they add into the soup as to who's better and who's not. But I will say this. People talk about Mike McDaniel believing in Tua. What about Tyreek Hill? It could go either way. This guy already has a Super Bowl. He's already been there. And he could have easily been a diva wide receiver. We've seen that in certain places where a guy would go to a team that's a wide receiver. I mean, what was the one guy that we had? Was it Mike Wallace, right? It was one of those, Brandon Marshall or Mike Wallace. It was one of those two where it didn't mesh with the quarterback. So that's another thing about Greer investing that money. And I'm hard on Greer. Everybody knows that's on this panel. I'm hard on Greer. But that Tyreek, I give him two things, Tyreek Hill and Butch Berry, because at the end of the day, like I said, if you're going to be critical on people, you got to be humble enough to say that you're wrong too on certain things as well. I'm not just going to, I think that's the one thing. I think I'm going to plant my plane over here a little bit more that I don't like about Twitter. Some people would just go to their grave and just with their take versus saying, you know what? I was wrong. Maybe you were right. You're not going to die if you just say, like we ain't going to see Brother Pete. We know we're not going to see Brother Pete on the show today.
I welcome him to come up here and tell me we left meat on the bone. I hope he does.
Then we're just yelling into a mud puddle.
I think the meat that we left on the bone was allowing, these third stringers more time, because I felt that we had a lot of our starters in there. Like, what's the point? Are you racking up stats? Like, you know what I mean? This was just a reps game to muscle memory still the same and whatnot. We should have won this game. There's no such thing as a trap game. So that's the only thing I came away a little disappointed. Maybe see some of these linebackers, throw somebody else in there. You know what I mean? That's the only thing.
Yeah, I would have liked to see more. You're right. I think I would have liked to see a little more of our depth on defense. We could have surrendered a couple more points to see what we got in depth on defense. I think you're right about that.
But we're also still trying to get this defense, what, the past 2-3 weeks has been cooking like this. So you think about it. We have new defensive coordinator. We've got guys coming in off of injury, guys out because of injury. I mean, I don't know that this is when you even do that. I mean, I think what we did was the right thing to do, because we're still trying to roll. Now we see what we can do. And yes, this is a game we're supposed to win, but we did win it. In the past, we have lost games we were supposed to win. We did it all the time. So that's right. I'm not mad we left him in. We did put in backups. We put him in fourth quarter. I mean,
here's the other thing, Miss Pam, that I like. We ran the ball. Once the game got out of hand, you do what you're supposed to do to end the game. You put your foot on their neck, and if you smoke cigars, you take your foot and you move it from left to right, and you put out the ashes. You don't give them no hope. And I just love seeing A-Chain out there. Like
Oh
maybe I'm
yeah.
just what he does in terms of what he can create on the offensive side of the ball. It just makes to me Tua's job that much easier. Just like Tyreek
Mhm.
Hill's job, it's that much
Well,
easier when you can rely on your weapons to be efficient to where all of the pressure is not on you. And that's why I think as the game went on, you start seeing some swagger from Tua, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised he didn't come out there with his do-rag and left his helmet on the sidelines because he was just, and I put it in our little community chat. I was like, okay, Tua, and somebody inboxed me, are you saying that about Tua? And I'm like, man, I'm 40 years old. I can admit that the guy is playing good. Like, why do people get so caught up into that mess? You should be happy as a Dolphin fan if you were critical on Tua
If
or
you're
anybody
if you're a
that they've
Dolphin
proven you
fan,
wrong.
Nene. Yep.
yeah,
If you're a
I
Dolphin fan.
I am pleased that we had a
Hey, Papa
Chan.
Paul.
How you doing, Miss Pam, Nene,
I'm good.
everybody?
Good to see you.
I am so happy a Chan's back because then we didn't have to worry about Mike White passing the ball. And a Chan did what we needed to do.
That's funny.
I mean,
Maybe.
if you know me, you've watched my shows, a Chan's been my guy since before the season even started.
But even Mostert, and I that's another thing with him. He broke a record that Ricky Williams held, right? There's a lot of things that this particular team.
Did Mostert get 1 or 2 touchdowns today?
I'm not sure, but I know he broke. I saw it in the
Mostert
timeline.
got 2. I'm sorry, Mostert got 1. A-Chain got 2.
Okay, but doesn't Mostert need 1 more to break that record? I think he just tied Ricky's record
He's
with that
at
one.
whatever it is. He's at 14 now.
Yeah, I think he tied it. I think he needed 2 to break it.
Can I point out to you? I don't know if y'all noticed it, but I saw Mostert on the sidelines. He's walking with Coach, right? He's walking side by side. Like, let me back in, Coach. I want in. You could see him.
Oh, yeah.
I love that he wanted back in. I love it. I love it.
Well, it's A-Chain wanted back in when they took him out at the last game.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I would say this, guys, because I'm in the middle of finals. I was up to 6:00 this morning writing papers just to take a nap to watch the game, and now I have to head to the study group. But what a time it is to be a Dolphins fan, man. I just think that this team, hopefully we really get over the hump because this, seeing those fans out there, it just really made me happy that Miami, because the broadcast I was watching, the announcer it seemed like he was pulling for the Redskins at certain points. I was about to put him on mute, but I just think this.
The first thing I said about the game was, look at the sea of aqua out there.
It was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It was beautiful to watch. But
yeah.
I just think I think the team deserves it. I think the city deserves it. The city of Miami, South Florida, and all Dolphins fans, we deserve this moment because boy, have we been through so much. You hear me? But I still think we celebrate today. Then tomorrow, like the team, they go in the film. Y'all can have whatever takes you want. But at this point, I wasn't even watching the game. I started looking over my notes for school because it was just comfortable enough. I didn't have to worry and be yelling at Mike McDaniel for the cutesy wootsy plays. He actually played a good, clean game. Y'all have a blessed one. Pray for me for finals.
We're praying, Nene.
Hey, do great, Nene. Do great. We know you can do it, girl.
Bye, Nene. Have a great day.
Hey, Liz.
What's up, Liz?
Hey, I just have one thing to say. It's not Van Ginkle. It's Zoom and Boom Ginkle.
Zoom and Boom. Or Zoom and Gloom.
I tell you what, that man deserves a contract extension.
Yes, he does.
He balled out today. And
he's been doing that, right, Papa Paul?
Oh, yeah, he's been doing that all year. But today, I mean, that spin move to get sacked Howell, oh, yeah, that was great. And then the interception, pick 6, oh, man, we were going nuts.
I loved it. And the one of the things that was that I saw, I don't remember where I saw it, but it was somebody talking about Van Ginkel and talking about how he started out this season working on that spin move, right? And I think he could teach spin move 101 at this point, the way he's playing and
Well,
what he's doing.
He definitely, you look back and
your sister's driveway.
you look back and it's hard to believe he was a free agent before the training camp and stuff.
Yeah.
But with what he's doing, I mean, they got to give him a contract extension. He has been all year. He's been on top of it. And then to see just Ogbah with the sack. I mean, what do we have? 5 sacks or something like that?
Yeah. 5, right?
I know I counted 4. I think I missed one.
How many did AVG have? 2? 2?
I don't.
Ogbah had 1, and
Sealer, I think, had 1.
Sealer had 2, 1 or 2?
I don't know. We had 5, around 5, I think, maybe 6. I'm not sure. But either way, 2 weeks in a row with the sack. You figure 2 weeks in a row, we have, 12, 13 sacks in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something.
I know last week was 7, right? 7?
Yeah, last week was 7. And our defense has truly developed into something else. We were, a little bit iffy on them the first few weeks, but each week they got a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. And like you said earlier, Pam, we are starting December off right.
Oh, yeah.
We're on the right foot going in December.
Yep.
And
one
by
of
the
the
way,
things. Go ahead,
Can you hear me?
Shake. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
One second. I have footage of the meat that was left on the bones for this offense.
That's been clean
that's
too
about right.
It was left on the bones in this game.
Yeah.
That's about right. Yeah. I mean,
go ahead and try and eat off of that.
As I talked to Paris and Dolphin winners today on the way home from the watch party, there was nothing to complain about with today. Not a thing. I mean, I know people going into this game, even at this point, we're still a little bit iffy with Washington, saying we got to watch out for them. We got to watch, which is recommendable. I mean, just because you're 4 and whatever, 8, 4 and 9 now, or 4 and 8 now. I mean, or 4 and 7. It doesn't matter. Just because they're that record, they're willing to get in there and fight to get a win, just to be a spoiler maker. It's a team like this you got to really watch out for.
Yeah,
especially this time of the year.
The greatest example I give is the 2007 Patriots, undefeated. How many people gave the Giants a chance to win that game? How many?
Exactly.
So,
well, you look at
was it like overwhelming? Of course not. I mean, they barely won, but they got that
you
W.
Also
right?
look how many times. How many?
They should have lost by. They should have lost and by big.
Yeah.
But you look how many times in the past few years that we didn't have a chance to make it in the playoffs, but we still spoiled someone else's game. Especially
and it
against
happens
the Patriots.
A lot. Yeah.
Yes. So you know what? It's these teams that you really got to look out for, because they're going to come with everything they got. They don't care if they win or lose. They're coming with everything they got. They're going to do it all. And so, people can say what they want to say. It was a great game today. It was.
Oh yeah.
It was like a perfect game almost, in a sense. And I could have swore Tyreek would have had a lot more yardage than what he had, because I thought he had, those 2 long passes I thought were well over 100 yards put together.
Yeah.
But he only ended up with 155 yards for the day, they said.
157 plus, I think they did say 6 yards running, but they changed it to 4. So he ended up with like 161, somewhere around that.
Okay, he's got a receiving 5 yards, 150. I mean, you're looking at 31 yards a reception right there.
Yeah.
I'll take that all day, every day. 2 TDs, a chain, 17 carries for 73 yards, 2 TDs. I'll take it all day, every day. Tua, 18 for 24, 280 yards. I mean,
And one of the things to look at, Papa Paul, with those stats that you're reading off, those are all great stats with players that did really good. But let's count how many players touched the ball.
yeah.
There was a lot, right? We saw Craycraft in there getting
Julian
the ball. We saw
Hill,
Ingold.
Julian Hill, Waddle, Tyreek, Achane, most. I mean, the list goes on.
Wilson Jr. Yep. So, I mean, that's one thing. Like, you can say, well, we didn't have a 100-yard rusher. Well, how many rushers did we have getting meaningful yards?
By the way, real quick, I seen CCR. CCR says, isn't Baltimore ahead of us? Well, look, CCR, here we go. We're both 9-3. We're ahead of them because we have more division wins than they do. So we're ahead of the Baltimore Ravens. So
tell them shake.
There you go. That's all that matters. And you know what?
Well, I tried to say, if the Chiefs lose tonight and the Jags lose tomorrow, we're in sole possession of first place.
Yeah. I don't see the Jags losing. I see the Chiefs could lose, right?
Who are they playing?
The Jags are playing
Packers. Chiefs are playing the Packers tonight.
Chiefs are playing the Packers.
Oh, the Chiefs are playing, yes.
Well, the Jags, I don't necessarily, because they're down Burrows and stuff. They're playing the Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So I don't see the Jags losing that, but anything can happen any given Sunday.
But the Jags are the type of team that would lose to a team like the Bengals with Browning.
For no reason, right? Yes. Yep.
And I get it. Let me just jump in here real quick because I get at all the number one talk, and it's nice, and I love seeing it too. But what you're starting to see, and again, when I look on the panel, I see a bunch of people my age, maybe a little bit older or whatever, but we remember.
I'm a lot older than you, Lewis.
Me too.
Okay. Pam is a little younger than us.
Pam's a little bit young, but we're all knowledgeable fans, and we understand how this game is. In the later months, and to go through the playoffs, what has always been the words that have been uttered? What travels in the playoffs? Run game and defense. And that's what the Miami Dolphins are starting to show you what they have, right? They have a run game. They have a defense. So I get it. Listen, would I love the playoffs to run through Miami? Absolutely. I'm not trying to say I don't. But I want people to start realizing I think this team can go on the road in the playoffs if we need to be, right? And still come out with good chances of winning that ball game.
I can't disagree with that.
I agree with Joe Levesque there. Look at that comment, Pam.
So I was just saying that to say this. Listen, I'm going to ride the high with everybody else. It's good to be number one. That should be the ultimate goal. But I don't want people just to think that if we would have to travel in the playoff, that this team is not capable of winning.
I agree with you, Lewis. I mean, I would love to be able to. I don't know if I could travel to go see a playoff game, if I have to travel for Dolphins, but God bless it. If we don't get home field advantage and I got to travel to see Miami in a playoff game, I'm going to have to pull shit out my ass if I have to pay for it.
Hey,
I don't know where you sell that at, but I want to know.
So we'll have at least one home game in the playoffs. So that's that. We're going to win this division, so it don't matter. We're going to have at least one home playoff game.
I would agree with that, Shake. I would agree.
I mean,
one thing, Pam, real quick. One thing, too, Lewis brought up, which I agree with him. Let's say we're the 2 seed and the number 1 seed loses in the divisional round. Guess what? We'll have home playoff again.
There you go. And we are doing everything we're supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
So last year, this time, we couldn't say that. And I mean, can we sit there and, schedule write it all in where we're going to go to a playoff game? No, we can't. We can't I mean, and I don't think our team is thinking like that. I think our team is taking one game at a time. They're doing their thing. I think our coach is keeping them level-headed. He's putting everybody in. I love how the backups got in because we might need somebody, right? Like we don't know what's going to happen down the line. So we are doing all the things we're supposed to do and then some. We're winning. We just won in December. We won in cold weather. So that narrative is gone. Bye-bye. It's bye-bye.
I'll be honest. I was listening in a little bit earlier. I was doing things around the house, but I did hear Estefan, and I agree 1,000%. And yeah, we've seen some of the guys backup wise, but there's other guys that we should have seen. Like Cam Smith, today is a perfect day to have Cam Smith on the field. And I don't want to hear, he got on the field on special teams and stuff. No, I want to see him out there lined up on a boundary corner.
If he's going to be a cornerback for us in the future, they should have had him out there.
Bro, he has to play. He's a second-round pick.
Yes.
This game is out of hand.
What's good, AB?
You got to put him out there. I think, in games like this, and you got 2 more games that could very well kind of mimic what we've seen today, you got to start getting some of those guys in there and quicker.
Yes.
There's no need for us to wait till 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter to start seeing those guys. If the game is out of
and
control,
Claypool too, right, Lewis?
Well,
Claypool as well.
Guys, absolutely.
All of them. Anybody that has been, is one of our top picks or that we got from another team or something, that's just because they don't know the system, it's going to be a lot easier for them to catch on quicker if they get out there and play a little bit. And we could have started halfway through the third quarter. We probably could have thrown them in there and still won the game, no problem.
Listen, at the end of the day, when it was 31-7 at halftime, Miami gets the ball, which, again, this narrative that, oh, my God, Miami has to receive the ball because – no, they showed you why you always defer. Because your defense that is playing well, you get a 3 and out, you get a stop on the opening drive, and you come down and you score.
Yep.
And now you get the ball before halftime. So putting the touchdown right before the half, making it 31-7, and then coming out with a great drive in your opening drive of the third quarter, that's when you start bringing in your back. Bro, it's 38-7.
Exactly. Yes. That's
like, what are we? You don't.
You're right.
You're up 31.
I mean,
love
it was ridiculous.
I love that. I'm so glad when we do that. I love when we get the opportunity to defer, right? Because I think it's smart. I think it's a smart thing to do, especially if you can end up with the ball at the end of the first half and then get the ball, of course, to start the second half. I mean, that's
even at the watch party I was at, I said before halftime even came back, I said second half, Tua should be out. Some of our backups should be in. Start getting them to transition a little bit so they know what's going on more. And they're going to be that better of a backup. But they waited till the fourth quarter, really, before all that. And
that's because the Commanders went for 2 points, and they were like, "Oh, you're gonna do that? Well, then now I'm gonna leave my offense and score a touchdown on you. That's what you get."
I understand, but we were running over them. They had plenty of time to do all that. We still, even with the third stringers, second stringers, whatever, we still scored another touchdown on them.
I gotta tell you, Nene, I can't even do one push-up. Sorry, I probably can't do one.
Listen, hey, Lewis,
I mean the fake ones on the knees.
Yeah, I'm here, Shake.
Where are all the
welcome
people?
Back, LCAP.
Sorry,
go ahead.
All I know is where are all the people that when we lost to the Kansas City, when we were losing those 3 games you lost, all the people that showed up on the panel, they're not here now. Why
you know what, Shake? Let me touch on that for 1 second.
Sounds like a perfect subject for Lou. Go ahead, Lou.
Absolutely, Cap. And this is my problem. And
it's a dude from Seattle that's not here. That usually is here.
Where's John from Seattle? Because the fact of the matter is, right, Shake? People DM me after shows, and people will text me and just, Lou, your blood pressure, Lou, this. Oh, people in the chat, Lewis is always screaming, shut up. Because it's these fucking idiots. And I'm sorry to call them idiots. But why is it so hard, right? You want to come up here after a loss and complain? Hell, I'll be right here arm in arm with you to complain with you. But the fact of the matter is, where the hell are you when we win? Where the hell are you to win a game like this where there were no turnovers, where the defense is balling, where the coaching was good, right? Where the team, where are those same people? Why is it so hard? So it's so easy for a guy like Fred to come up here and tell me for 9 weeks straight, or remember Tua's arm in 2020 where he couldn't. It's so easy to do that. But in a win, you can't come out here and say, did you see that ball that Tua threw? Did you see the way they were running the ball? Did you see how they blocked up front? Why can't they do that? And that's all I'm asking for. When they play well, praise them. When they're bad, you kill them and you keep it
crickets,
moving. But
right,
it's
Lewis?
the bullshit.
Crickets.
And that, I'm glad you brought that up, Shake, because it's true, bro. It's absolutely true.
Where's Pete at? That's what I want to know. Pete, he was in here earlier. Where you at, Pete?
Pete is never around when we win. Never.
Well,
Lewis,
Fred,
do me
Fred,
one favor.
With
Don't
Fred,
ever
I think there's some
apologize.
other issues coming up with Fred because Fred has been up here when we do win. So
yeah, Fred has shown his face around. I'll give Fred at least Fred will show up. But you're right. There's plenty of people that won't come around. And you know what? I enjoy these people. I like most of them. I just don't I find it funny when either A, they don't believe, or B, they want to troll. That's fine by me. But where's the trolling at after the victory? I mean, come in here and stand 10 toes down. We want to see it. We want to find where you guys are at. Like, let's go ahead and talk about it.
Okay.
Because I'll tell you what, and you know what? Where's Batman? Where is Batman? Because I'm sorry,
Batman? Absolutely.
But Liam Eichenberg has been locking it down at the guard position for a minute now, and Tua was clean.
Yes. So Lewis,
real quick, I want to comment on Nene. She talked about doing 10 push-ups for every time she heard the word narrative or agenda. How about we just do a shot of tequila every time we hear the word narrative or agenda?
Yeah.
Shake's already got 7 shots in there right now, so let's take it easy on the tequila for Shake tonight.
I'm much better at that.
Shake, be praying to the porcelain goddess here soon.
So real quick, don't ever apologize for speaking the truth.
But
ever do it.
And again,
Exactly, Robert.
But Nene gets it confused, or she's wrong in this aspect. There are narratives. The narratives are, well, remember, you'll see it this week. You'll see it this week, and you'll hear it this week. Here we go. The narrative is, remember in 1992 when the Dolphins were 9-3 and what happened? That's a narrative. What other words you want me to say? Who gives a shit about what happened in 92? What happened? Who gives a shit about what happened in 2003? Who gives a shit about what happened in 2021? The fact of the matter is, this current roster, these coaches, it's 2023, and all we've seen from this team so far this season is, for the most part, pure domination.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean, outside of the Buffalo game, and that wasn't until like the fourth quarter, they were in every game, the 2 games that they lost.
Absolutely.
That is without a fact, El Cap, the one game that we lost. Literally,
we looked outclassed in by a division opponent in their house early in the season.
Yeah,
where we put up 70 points the week before. They showed up as if it was their Super Bowl, and that's what they get. Because look at them now, 6-6 on their bye week, frying in their soup.
Cap, what you're telling me is, Cap. So what you're telling me is, Cap. After 13 weeks of the NFL season, your team, your beloved Miami Dolphins, have only been outclassed 1 game in 13 weeks.
I wouldn't even say 1 game. I would say a half of football.
Well, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
And these people still ain't satisfied. The true haters. I'm not talking about the people that want to come up here and criticize, because I still do that. Now, I can say some things today of some shit that I didn't like, right? But that's not taking away that the team played well. But I'll be the first one to say, and again, when I hopped up earlier when you guys were calling the game, Jalen Waddle has to do a better job of dropping, because there's a possibility that this score could be 50-plus points. We could have a 50-burger if Jalen Waddle looks that ball in and turns that corner like it looked like he was about to. That's not me hating on the team. That's just in this aspect of the game, this player or this individual or whatever, they got to do a better job. I'm just talking
Lewis,
to the people.
I even have one. I even have one with my aqua color glasses. I can even tell you that the throw to Ingold was late. Like if you're going to make that throw, you can't wait that long to throw it, right? Because there was no way he should have thrown that ball out of bounds. So there are things, of course, but these aren't robots. These are people. And, the game is at NFL game speed. I'm happy with what we did. I'm going to celebrate this win big time because we won big.
No, but I want the guys like Pete. I want Fred. I want John from Seattle. I want those guys that come up here. And, bro, they would have been the first ones to click that link today if we had lost.
Yep.
They're the first ones on
You're
the page.
right.
And where are they at now? Where were they last week? Where were they the week before? But now, in 2 weeks from now, if our beloved Miami Dolphins lose a game and I'm up here and I'm having to cuss and scream and everybody, well, look at Lewis, the out of control, the rabid dolphin himself. Look at him. It's because he's fucking idiots. That's why.
Say it with your chest, Lou.
It's because they're morons. I mean, how else you want me to say it, Cap? I mean, it's ridiculous.
Here comes Von Joe. Von Joe in the building. What's up,
Hey,
Von Joe?
Hey, he got the two rag on.
Hold on, Lewis. You don't want to see me, my boy there? You don't want to see me?
Of course, Von Joe.
Look at that
Von
hair.
Joe, where you at, Von Joe? Von Joe, you got the rose underneath there, Von? You got the rose underneath there?
You don't see the tour time, baby. Tour time.
Von Joe, but you're not a hater, Von Joe. You'll come out here and you'll tell us what you like about the team and what you don't like about the team, but you're not hating. You're not coming out here and just coming around when they lose.
I'm not going to let Von Joe off the hook that easy. Von Joe says none of it matters until we win a Super Bowl. And if we don't, we got to blow this team up. That's what I've heard you say.
Actually, I didn't say win a Super Bowl. I said get to the Super Bowl. Get me to the game. Then we could talk about it. Win a playoff game. Then
if we get there, we better win it. So
win a playoff game, and now we could, we could see some progress, right? At the end of the day, I want to see progress. That's all I say.
What do you say as far as in season, though, Von Joe? Would you concede to say in season this has progressed?
Cap. I'm having a good day today. Okay, let's not start this. I'm having a very good day today. I said it exactly. Today was a wonderful day. Shake Money. I cut my boy's hair today. I did chores around the house while the game was on because I told Lewis in the spaces, everybody. I told you this week was a bye week, and when we play games like this, it goes as planned. You know what I do? I clean the house. My wife has chores to do. The game is on. I'm cutting the boys' hair. I'm drinking. I'm cooking. It's a wonderful world.
Von Joe, you said you did a lot of stuff, and I'm just curious. Did you call your brother-in-law today? I didn't want to
what? I haven't called yet. Have I?
Actually, I did. Hold on. I did speak to my brother-in-law, my sister's husband. So I actually do have a true brother-in-law. so I did speak to my sister's husband today and spoke to my nephew. Find out what he wants for Christmas because before I book it to Guyana, of course, I'm gonna pull up on the nephew and drop off his Christmas gifts. You already know Uncle gonna do. He's my only nephew, so Uncle gotta treat him right. You feel me? So yeah, today was a good day.
The chat's kind of coming for you right now, Von Joe. EM is a pig says I love housemen. So he's basically saying you do all that housework and shit, bro. You come for you right now. Let's get on and go cut the hair and do the laundry too while you're at
it. So again, I am a man of my house. I am a king of my house. So if that's what a houseman is, listen, I work from home. I pay the bills of my house. I satisfy my wife. I make sure my kids are good. My house is clean. My castle is clean, and
Damn, that man said how much you charge.
How much you charge?
To go? No. I'm a married man, so I do not charge for those type of services to go balls deep in your wife.
Wow.
I refuse to do that.
Damn, it's getting like that. It's getting dirty.
I've been
to
seeing
satisfy
Bon Joe
your wife,
in a
sir. I do not
Dolphins
charge.
robe.
No.
Hey, I see Bon Joe in a Dolphins robe. I think he does have an OnlyFans. So if you click on that link.
Listen, I'm just saying. Listen, right now, I'm gonna. Today's Slider Sunday, so we gotta dig some sliders for the family.
Damn, Slider Sunday.
Yeah, just like
Sunday.
But let's talk about Baker going down. Do we know if he's done for the season or?
Yeah, it looks like it's a knee injury, and he's probably going to be done for the season. I can't imagine him coming back. Maybe he can make it. I don't know. We'll see. If it's a sprain, he could be back at some point in the playoffs. If it's a tear,
Channing Tindall, Von Joe.
Time for the Tindall
you mean
time.
Duke Riley?
Duke
mispronounced Duke Riley.
Duke looked good.
Exactly. You definitely you said Channing Tindall. No, sir. You mispronounced Duke Riley.
Von Joe.
You're
Don't be a hater, Von.
Duke Riley.
Don't be a hater.
Hey, did you see Channing Tindall? Did you see Channing Tindall when he got in there on that one run stop?
Yep, I seen him. He stopped him short. He iced the game. He iced the game.
I probably was lining up my kids when I missed that. So you told me iced the game. At what point? That happened in the first quarter? Because that's when the game was iced.
No, they were on an important drive, Von Joe. They were driving, and he made the play to end the drive.
What? They were driving back home, driving to the stadium.
It was third and
they were driving.
Third and short.
They were on a cart driving
for
to
the
locker
win
room
to end the game.
Because I don't know what you're
Channing
talking about.
Tindall stood him up at the line, and that was it.
Stood him up.
About to make fries and sliders, okay? All right, Princess.
Oh, and he's doing the cooking at the house too. Look at this, Von Joe. I love Von Joe. You good?
Listen. When this little girl says, "Daddy, I'm hungry," she's gonna get what she wants.
Sweet girl. Hello, little angel precious. Oh my goodness, she is so cute.
Listen,
Miss
my
Pam
little
turned
princess
right into the caregiver.
My princess get what she wants, okay?
Yeah,
I heard that.
I got the kids.
I knew Tindall would be elite. I knew Tindall would be elite. I agree.
Okay.
Sure. Look who's coming in. Rashad in this bitch. What's up, Rashad?
Hold on. Did Armstead? I heard Armstead went down again.
He just rolled his ankle a little. Let's be real.
Yeah.
They were like, bring in Keon Smith.
I think they were bringing him out anyway because he was playing only so-so, right?
He was standing on the sideline grinning from ear to ear.
Yeah.
You know what? You know, I got a text that Armstead went down. You know what my reaction was?
Nothing.
So
it was this.
Nothing.
I was like, wait. Armstead. I was like, Armstead is back off injury.
Yeah.
Okay.
He only played. Oh goodness, hooked up Joe. I didn't know that.
Hey, Rashad. Hey, Rashad. What are you gonna come in here and tell us you were right about today? What were you right about, Rashad?
Yeah, Rashad, enlighten us.
The only thing that I was right about this week was Sam Howell didn't go for 300 yards and we scored 40 points.
Damn right. There we go. And I called it. I said we're winning it by at least 20.
Okay, cool.
Beautiful.
I knew we were gonna dub by at least 20, and we got.
Again, I said this week was a bye week, so.
True. You did say it. You did say it. You did say it.
Von Joe, is next week a bye week on Monday night?
Kind of.
Who we play?
Tennessee.
Against Tennessee.
Wait, so the guy with Levis, and didn't they just lose to?
Dog. Let me ask y'all.
We got Tennessee. We got Monday Night Football versus Tennessee at the Hard Rock.
Okay, Monday night. Yeah, baby. Monday night practice, baby. Yeah.
And then the following Sunday we play the Jets at home.
And then we get Dallas as well. The next three are at home.
Let me just point out.
Then Christmas Eve is Dallas at home.
Oh, so Christmas
I don't know
all
if
but one game at
yet.
home now.
I don't know if it's been pointed out yet.
Okay.
All right, look.
40 points. Calling it now.
Tua only played 3 quarters.
Tennessee.
Tua 18-24.
Okay, I was gonna say, whoa.
Yeah.
I ain't afraid of that.
2 touchdowns, 280 yards.
No, I didn't say I'm afraid of Dallas. Wait, you guys still talking about this game?
In 3 quarters, Daniel. That's good point. Good point.
Yo,
why are you talking about this preseason game?
And I gotta say this. I gotta add on to this. I gotta add on to it just for all those haters out there.
Yeah.
Even Reek only had 5 catches, 5 touchdowns, or I'm sorry, 2 touchdowns with 5 catches for 150 fucking yards.
Yep, 31 yards a carry.
Yeah, haters.
No, it was stupid. It was a
like
joke out there today.
everybody gotta back off of us, bro. Like back off. You know what I mean? I'm saying like everybody's gonna like take steps. Anybody that hates on us, though, yo, every single time one of these fucking punks comes in this channel and try to come at you, stats don't lie.
Even the dog is not impressed.
The dog is impressed. That's why she's speaking up.
Exactly.
And we are not. I don't think as a fan, I'm still not impressed. To be honest with you, I think I agree with that. Woof. I'm not impressed.
So we talking about Dallas now? How you think this Dallas game gonna go?
No. I'm just saying. Like I ain't impressed still. I'm still not impressed. I don't care.
You mean with
Dallas?
You're saying with Dallas, Daniel?
No, I'm saying that even though Tua 18 of 24 and we bowled them in the third quarter, we're still not impressed.
Oh gosh, I don't know what you need, man. I don't know what you need because
I'm just saying.
Did you watch the game, Daniel? Did you watch him sidestep the rush from
Pam?
Yeah.
I don't blame Daniel. I don't blame Daniel. It's hard to get impressed with practice games. Okay. I've yet to get excited over a preseason game. I yet to get excited over a preseason game.
It was free. It was like
listen. This game went exactly as I expected
moving
to.
In the pocket today, you had to be impressed because big guy on a bad team versus big guy on a good team that's right up in your face, fixing to get you is the same. And you got to sidestep him the same no matter what team he plays for.
That's cap.
Pam.
You know who wasn't impressive? Never mind, I ain't gonna start.
No, you can say it, but Pam, remember this. I'm an advocate. I'm actually with you. I don't think what I'm saying to you is not that I'm not impressed so much. I don't think the media is going to give us the flowers we deserve because that was an impressive.
That, Daniel.
It was a very impressive win.
Yeah,
Daniel,
it was
by 30 points.
Daniel, I'm gonna say I don't give a damn about what the media says to us. I don't care if they say, "Well, we haven't beaten a good team." Here's the thing: this narrative of we haven't beaten a good team, we haven't beat a winning team. I'm not going to argue that. Hold on.
We played a team in front of us.
Let me finish the statement.
Go for it.
I'm no longer arguing this during the preseason or during the season, I should say. All right, because at the end of the day, the Dolphins could kill that narrative real quick when it really matters. When we kick off in the playoffs. In the playoffs, that's when it really matters. So hey, if they beating good teams then, okay, that narrative is dead. Easy win, easy fix.
Well,
I'm no longer arguing this with anybody.
There's no argument. Absolutely not.
One of the things that that was enjoyable about this game was I felt like it was the first time in 2 seasons that we didn't have announcers who were already so biased against the Dolphins that I wanted to just slap people around. And the other thing was the referees were not so active. The one holding call I thought was bogus because they didn't call holding all game. Like there was so much holding going on. They didn't throw the flag. So why pull it out there at the end? I don't know. But I'm not going to argue over that one because they let people play, right? They didn't get their little selves involved in the game when they didn't need to. So it was nice just to watch a game where there wasn't so much crap where I feel like I'm already mad from down 1.
Okay, yes, I agree with you on 100% wholeheartedly. It was one of those. It was the first time this season that, like you basically explained it for everybody. It wasn't very hard to understand. That was the first. This was the first game, and did we not just come out and dominate from start to end? Of course we did.
We did.
We all expected that.
Yep.
But you're right. it's almost like the first time that they didn't come at us, the refs, like the league. It was almost like the first time they didn't come at us, but at the same time, now I want to kind of flip it around a little bit here and say to myself, what if they did?
Right.
If they did come at us, we would have still won.
Yes.
We're that good, y'all. We are that fucking good. I'm serious. We are damn good. We are them. Yes. We are that team that, watch out. Everybody's on
we play like we played today.
Everybody should be on notice.
Not a lot of flags on either team today. Again, you see, we throttle ourselves, not taking it so seriously in the third. We put in our second stringers on offense and defense in the fourth, and still handed a team that had competitive games against in-division rivals, Super Bowl
in their house, in their house,
in their house on the road. Yeah, again, another great point. It is still a football team. We can only beat who we have in front of us.
Yep.
Precisely.
And take advantage. And I like that the team plays it smart. They go, hey, Armstead, go ahead and sit out. You know what? This game's up. Go ahead and get out. We don't need to prove nothing. We are so good that we can prove and put games away early and take out guys that we know we're going to need in the playoffs. And this is going to bode well for us latter part of the season.
Yeah, we needed to do that early, right on, spot
and that's
on.
What really that's the one thing that impressed me about this game is that we did put them away early and called it a day. We didn't play around with them.
We didn't play around with them.
We needed that.
Well, and LCAP to that point too, it was we took them out when we needed to, but also we put in people that we may need down the stretch as well, right? So they got some work too. So it was a win-win when it comes to that kind of thing. And I would like to see us, when the games are in hand like that, to do even more with some of the players we talked about. Claypool was one I was saying. I want to see some of these guys and Smith, people were bringing up Smith. So I would like to see some of these guys get some more reps. Let's put them in when we don't have to worry about it.
Is it just me, or did you all feel like we should have pulled our starters after halftime?
No, people said that.
I thought we might have, but when they went for 2, I even called it in the live game call. I said, they shouldn't have gone for 2, because now they're showing that they're going to not quit fighting. So the Dolphins got to make sure to put them away. And they did. They went and scored on another drive and melted a lot of time off the clock at that.
And that's a really good point, LCAP. I didn't think of it on that particular point, but a lot of people on my stream were saying, hey, let's take them out at the half. But
8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Pull them.
Exactly. And one of the things is we're still in the midst of regular season. We still have guys. Achane came back today, right? I mean, he came back last week, but he didn't really get much reps last week. So
he was out last week. He came back 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he played very limited in that first week back. But yes.
Exactly. So some of these guys, and even the defense, like when you look at the defensive guys that we've been getting back, plus, like I said earlier, new defensive coach, new scheme for everybody. The past 3 games is showing, we're showing who we are as a defense now, but do we want to stop that? Do we want to,
Our defense is fucking sick. I'm serious. Honestly, we are.
Our defense has improved every game this year. We're definitely a top 5 defense.
Top 5.
I want to hit on something real quick. I keep saying this in the chat. People talking about Waddle dropping the ball. Ooh. You know what? No one's freaking perfect. Everyone drops the ball. Plus it was raining. It was wet. I mean, look, Tyreek's dropped the ball.
It did rain. I wasn't sure if I was seeing rain or not. Okay, it was raining. Okay.
Yes. It was foggy. It was raining. With the fog in there, it was a lot of moisture, wet, everything. It was raining some. I mean, because I even talked to some of the guys this morning before the game even started that were up there from down here in Florida, and they said it was foggy and raining. And it was cold, they said. Of course, those are Florida boys you're talking to when they say it's cold.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. We get cold real quick.
Yep.
So, well, I do too. When I'm just sitting here trying to watch a game and it's 58 degrees out, I'm freezing my cojones off.
Yeah, definitely have a sweater there. That's for sure. I'll still be wearing my flip flops though.
Yeah,
but of course,
when I'm out walking around
with a sweatshirt,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, with a sweater.
I'll wear my sweatshirt and my flip flops myself.
Yeah, me too.
But when I'm sitting here just trying to watch a game or sit here and do one of the talk shows, I want to be comfortable. I don't want to be freezing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, bro.
Yep.
But it was a great day, and you know what? I don't give a flying fuck if Waddle drops the ball. As long as it's not into the other team's hands, I'm fine with that. You can't be perfect every game.
You said drop a ball?
I know Waddle's dropped more than one.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying in this game, I don't know how many balls he dropped because I was like, did he drop a ball? Is that what we're complaining about?
He only, they're in the past 3 or 4 games he's dropped a ball. But
I'm talking about this game. This game.
He only dropped one. He only dropped one.
So people are complaining about him dropping a ball.
Yes.
It was big though. He was open. Of course, it would have just been another 7 points. Seriously, but
Jermaine said he dropped 2 balls this game.
Okay,
but still, it happens. It was wet.
Was it pivotal? Was it a pivotal position? Drop
no.
Yeah,
no, there was never a point. Basically,
exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There was never a point. This game was pivotal. So what are we talking about?
It did not change an outcome of any sort.
You never want to see it, right? You never want to see it.
That's not my Dolphins hat. Sorry.
No, but if a player drops a ball, I'm okay with it as long as it's not off his hands into a defender's hands.
Yeah.
I'd rather see him just knock it down if he can't catch it than to try and catch it without catching it and it goes to some other player.
That's what all of us are supposed to do, though.
Oh, we are 9-3. We are 9-3. Win in December.
Say it again, Pam.
9-3, first time in 22 years.
And
say it again.
Win in
Everybody
December.
Say that again.
Yes.
First time in what? How many years?
22 years. 2001.
Fucking first time in 22 years, we can say that we're 9-3.
Yep. 9-3. Big win in December on the road. And our next 4 out of 5 games are at home. For 3 out of 4 games. 3 out of 4.
In my opinion,
we're at home.
I say 4 out of 5 of those are scrubs.
I'll tell you right now, I'm just waiting for the Christmas Eve game.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie.
These next 2 got to be locked in there. So then we're 11-3.
Exactly.
Heading into this gauntlet.
We all know it's a Baltimore game.
I'll be at all 3 of the next 3 games.
Right.
You going to any of them, Miss Pam?
Nope. I will be streaming the games. My son is going to be at the Cowgirls game. He's a Cowgirls fan.
I know. He's
I
a
appeal to my Dolphin family not to harm him because he is like his mama, only he's for the hated team. So he is out there.
Well, hopefully Cap and his dad can make it to the Dallas game.
Well, we're going to try to make it to the Titans game, actually.
Oh, the Titans game. That's right.
Yeah,
that's the Monday night game, right?
Yeah.
Next Monday.
Yeah. I had tickets for that game, but bro, I can't make it because that's on Monday night game. I'm not making that. No, I can't do it.
That Christmas Eve game, you said it's against the Cowboys, right?
Huh?
You got
no,
two
my
tickets,
boy got
Vanja?
no. My boy had tickets. He was like, "Yo," because he has season tickets. So he was
Oh,
like,
nice.
"Yo, you know what? Come down." So it's 4 of us that's supposed to be going.
Cowboys. We play the
And
Cowboys on
Christmas
Christmas Eve, right?
Yeah, but
no,
Cap,
this
I
is a
can't
Monday
make
night
it
game.
because, bro, for me to go down Monday night, I take the kids to school in the morning.
Yeah.
So,
Well, yeah, I've taken off those days just in hope, and it looks like me and my dad might be able to swing it.
What's going on out there, Chef Jew?
Chef Jew, what it is?
My birthday's on Tuesday, so this is kind of I'm trying to work this in as like my birthday present. You know what I'm saying? And I figured
happy
Monday
birthday,
night
young
football.
With a big bow. Okay.
Yeah.
Happy birthday,
How old
young
are
man.
you going to be now?
I'll be
46?
38 years old.
Oh, he's a child.
He's a child. Actually, he's
Happy
right
B-Day,
between
bro.
my older son and my baby. My baby's 37 and my older one's 41. So you're right in there. You can say right in and be one of my children now, Cap.
There you go.
Kind of hard to believe.
Coming
Pam,
home
when
for the
you're only
holidays, Miss
25.
Pam.
Nice. So you come back to South Florida?
So
You
yeah,
come back to South Florida or what?
No, Capitan about to pull up to Miss Pam crib like the prodigal son. Like I'm here.
That's right. Gina's gonna man and shit over here. Let's go.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm trying to work it out where my dad and I can go to that game because, listen, we're gonna get a hotel. We ain't coming home after that. We'll be waking up in South Florida on Tuesday for that one. I'm gonna be hitting up Club Live for the after party and all that.
Oh shit!
Usually,
fuck that.
Okay, all the games that I've
Anybody
gone
out there?
to, all the games I have gone to on a Sunday, I've literally like in the afternoon went to the game after drinking and partying, waited an hour to sober back up, and drive back.
Yep, that's usually how I do it. You hang in the parking lot for an hour or so, eat some food, sober up, and then go home.
And
That's
hit the
how
road,
I've done it too.
Yeah, I pop a Red Bull and I'm on the road.
But
bro,
if
middle
it's
of the
gonna be
night,
11:30
Wait,
at
what?
night, and I'm gonna be tailgating. I'm gonna be tailgating for a couple hours before. I might as well just cruise this all the way to the wee hours.
I've been on panel. I've been on panel with El Capitan on the way back home.
You just go to straight to Scarlett's or Tootsie's after that, bro. That's a W.
El
This is a reason
Capitan,
to celebrate.
tell him where you first came across me. Tell him where you first came across me and how long ago it was.
Okay, so we on at the Panthers game. Pam popped by over Ali's tent where we were out there partying. Had her husband, her lesser half, we'll say, and and he was dressed up. He had a hat and a shirt that I have, so I know the guy's got style.
He's got
and
style.
we had a bunch of drinks there. We had some time. Papa Paul just to the yonder from us.
Yep.
We had a blast, man. It was fun.
We did a shot. We did a
we were doing
shot.
shots. Yeah,
You were playing some music.
Yep.
And you did more shots.
Yep.
But way back when, El Cap,
Mhm.
don't forget, way back when you and your dad used to listen to my stream. Like,
That's right.
how
That is
long
right.
ago?
That's right. I've been watching Miss Pam on her stream, who has been dodging the NFL for some time now, doing that. And I've seen Miss Pam, pull me and my dad out of a pinch watching the Dolphins games in out of market situations.
Yo, dodging the NFL is crazy.
Dodging it. I don't know how she's doing it, bro. You know what?
So,
What's up,
all right,
Robert?
let's get back to
It's
the
gonna
topic
bite
at
me in
hand.
the butt one day, but it hadn't so far.
Anybody who
Chef
I do want to
Jew,
say,
another one that stopped by there.
Yep.
Yes,
I do wanna
Jeff
say-
was there.
Anybody who's
I
got
do-
an orange parking pass for any of the home games that are left, I need them, please.
Put that out there again.
Anybody who's got an orange parking pass for the rest of the home games, I need them, please.
All right.
I set up my tent in the orange parking lot because it gives me a better opportunity to sell the shirts I have and the hats and everything else, in which I'm raising money for DCC.
Mm-hmm.
100% of my profits go to DCC.
Keep a lookout for Papa Paul and I going to be doing some DCC fundraising here in the near future. We're going to do a little collab type of thing coming up, try to raise some money.
You guys are so good
charitable
about
action.
stuff like
We're
this.
gonna
I
have
love that.
some pay for shots, and we're gonna it's gonna be like a late night exhale type of thing where we're just gonna turn it up. Fuck it.
Well, when it comes to shots, Pam might join us with that one.
Yeah, Pam.
I'm not usually a shot girl, but I mean, I did one with El Cap. I can handle a little bit.
Wine. You can
I
drink
can drink my wine. Yep.
Yeah.
Or my dirty martini. I do like those as well.
I was gonna say shots of wine. Shots of wine is not a thing.
It's not a thing.
Wine and
I did a
dine
shot with El
Pamela.
Capitan in the parking
Wine and
lot.
dine with
Ben's up,
Pamela,
baby.
and their proceeds go towards the same proceeds.
There you go.
All proceeding.
Wine and dine with Pamela.
Yeah. You got to take her out.
And then all proceeds go towards the benefit of the cause.
Yep.
I don't know.
I like it. I like it.
Our heads on a swivel.
I
There's
like
some
that.
sickos out there, Miss Pam. We got to watch it though. Somebody gonna bid a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
She's probably gonna bring in the most. But no. Just saying, like, just be cautious. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna have bodyguards shooting all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, I'll show up there in full regalia. Keep everything honest, damn it. Don't need body fools all over the place. I have a good time, or we can all have a real bad time real quick, damn it.
Don't throw the gauntlet. Don't throw it down, El Cap. Don't throw it down.
One dine with Pamela.
Right now it's 49-6 49ers or 14-6 49ers over the Eagles.
Ooh,
hell yeah!
Right now?
Right now, it's
yes.
14-6.
I still think the Eagles pull it off. I think it's going to be a big third quarter. A lot of points in the third quarter.
I want to see San Fran, man.
14-6. 14-6.
He said it's San Fran, right? He said San Fran.
Yeah, San Fran.
14-6. 49ers.
Oh, 14.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Almost the end of the half. 38 seconds left.
I put money on the Packers.
Wait. I was gonna say, do you guys have money in this game? Why we care about that game?
I got money on everything, bro. Okay. I'm trying to win some.
I'm just saying in general, like, because we're basically, if you don't mind me saying it, if anybody don't mind me saying it, like, the Dolphins are basically an identical team to the Niners. We are the Niners in the AFC. But we're better than them.
With more talent. We're the Niners with more talent. Yeah.
And for any of those people that live near me and that actually give a hootenanny about the Buccaneers, they're beating North Carolina 7-3.
Yeah, nobody cares. I know what you're saying because Carolina's
thanks for the update. That's the problem. Yeah. I got my pool.
Well, it's Cap. It's just like when the Germany game, I was supposed to have my watch party at Glory Days, and all of a sudden, 2 days before the game, oh no, we're not opening early. We only open early for the Bucks game.
Mm-hmm.
What? Who gives a flying fuck about?
Yeah, nobody cares about that. Well, they got got that whole thing going on.
Stop it.
There are other football teams around here that people care about besides the Bucks.
Yeah.
Right.
The Dolphins own this state for forever. Let's be real. Come on, Dolphins fans.
That's a true story right there.
You couldn't get half. You couldn't get half the amount of Dolphins fans if you took both Jaguars and Bucks fans and put them together. It doesn't even make
put them together. Right.
The Dolphins were here 10 years before the Bucks even got in.
Probably longer than that.
No, the Bucks came in 76.
Yeah, the Bucks been around for a little while.
Yep.
Yeah, the Bucks
Dolphins
came in 76.
Dolphins came up in like 67 though. So that's 66. Like 15 years.
66.
All right, so then we got
10 years.
Okay, about 10 years,
Yeah, it's 10 years. 76.
That's it.
76.
That's it. They've been around. They've
Jaguars
for a long time.
Jaguars came in later.
I was gonna say, Papa Paul, don't say that too loud. That doesn't make me feel good. Because their trophy case looks just as good as ours. And
that's true. No.
How many Super Bowls they got?
They sold their soul to the devil.
They have
How many Super Bowls they got?
The Bucks.
I don't care about how many Super Bowls the Bucks got because I know we got 2. They got 2. Jags have none. But here's the thing.
That's what matters.
But we have
No.
gone to the Super Bowl more than the Bucks have.
We've gone way more times. We've been around a lot longer. And plus, on top of that, not for nothing, you can never forget about 72.
Never.
The only team.
Nobody has that.
The only team that ever
Listen,
seen it.
Listen, I'm going to sit here and say here, not to sound like a hater, I'm hoping this Dolphin team makes me forget about 72.
I agree with you.
I
I'll never forget about
so
72.
Wait. Right now, I'll tell you right now.
I
don't agree with Von Joe with a lot of his takes and stuff, but I'm agreeing 100% with him on this. And right now, this team is.
I don't want to hear 72 at any point because I want to remember this, not 72 or 73.
Exactly. I'm tired of hanging my head on that.
Yeah,
100 there, 100.
But it's something that nobody else
not that it's not
has, and
something
they'll
I'm not
never
proud
have.
of. I just need something to be proud of now.
Exactly.
Now, right.
Current.
I agree.
Something more current. Yeah.
You're telling me the last time we sat there and won a Super Bowl, crack wasn't invented yet? Nah, I have a problem with that.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't have fucking
like, what are we talking about?
No computers, nothing.
That's one way. Another way to put it. We haven't won a Super Bowl since crack was invented. That's kind of fucked up to say. It does make sense.
How was anybody having any real fun? You know?
Right. I'll go with you there. I'll go with you with that one.
I had fun in 72.
I'm not saying.
I was there. I was having
fun. I wasn't around, so.
I know.
I remember none of us were even born. I'm probably like the only person that was around to witness.
No, I was around.
Papa Paul was there. I was there.
What you mean? Papa Paul was at the game.
Yeah, Papa Paul.
Stop it! You're gonna make me spit. I'm not like. No, seriously though. But yes, you're right. He was.
This is back when they didn't charge for parking at the stadium. That don't count.
Oh my gosh! I'm telling you.
Wow.
It was a completely different place. Completely different place. It was the entire state was a different place.
Do any of y'all ever watch any like the throwback videos and stuff? Like anything is fine.
Oh yeah, what are you talking about?
Like, and then you
for a while there, it was the only winning Dolphins football I could see.
Well, I mean, you look at. I mean, there was one that was showcasing Zonka here going around. I mean, of course, it was an old video, but they had put all the highlights together. Oh my gosh. I mean, you kind of tend to forget just how amazing that guy was, but wow. That video, I mean, it was incredible and brought back so much. I mean, you watch the guy just mow people down. It was amazing.
Old Zonka, yeah.
Just want to shout out, make sure everyone's checking out Patreon at patreon.com/tftg.com. Make sure to sign up for the Patreon, guys. Fan reaction highlight video from the game call is now on Patreon, and it'll get released later on YouTube, but you get early access and exclusive access to content through the Patreon account. Make sure you guys are checking out Patreon. Shameless plug.
You didn't post it though. I have it, but you didn't post it.
Oh no, it's in there.
So what is this in here, El Capitan, about the Carolina traded their first rounder?
Yeah, it's Carolina. That's how they got Bryce Young. They moved up in the draft last year, and they don't have a first rounder. Chicago has it. Chicago's got 2 top 5 picks right now.
Wow.
So, and Chicago, there's a lot of question on that quarterback that they have. They'll be moving off of them. They'll have their pick of the litter of quarterbacks next year.
Fields.
They might get 2.
Yeah, they don't know what to do with them right now. And if you guys if you wanted to ask me my opinion on it, because nobody really does want to ask me, but if it was my opinion,
tell us it. How about that?
How about that? I would say like this: you got 2 top picks, your first rounders, top 5, 1 and 5, right? That's what we're looking at for the Bears.
Something like that.
Something's going to be like something like that, right? So
it's definitely going to be like number 1 and number 6, 7, or something like that at the very minimum.
If I was the Bears, I don't know what I would do either, and that's why it's so compounding of a freaking problem. Because
it all depends on what quarterback you really want, and
that's
if
it.
you want to trade the number 1 overall pick to move down 1, maybe 2 spots to grab a quarterback you're willing to take, and get a bevy and just rebuild the entire team because they've got a lot of cap space. They've got plenty of picks. There's a lot that could happen with that team. What you got, Papa Paul? What you got right here?
They can get
Suicide
top
Squad.
Dogs.
That's the newest
in 2
shirt
different
I have
positions.
I got a Suicide Squad shirt too, Papa Paul. Here, I'll show it to you.
Oh, you have the Suicide.
Well, that's the
love
newest
it.
shirt I have out. You'll only find them with me.
Right.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I would hope so. Or somebody else got your shit then. Maybe I don't know.
No,
Cap was sharing it with me earlier. So,
but 100% of the 100% of profits from anything I sell goes to charity.
Yeah, we don't make no profit. So
yeah.
All right.
What up, Lou?
Click on it. Hey, Lou.
Hey, Lewis.
What up?
Welcome back in.
Yeah,
welcome
appreciate it. I'm trying to do some things. My wife's on my ass to hang up Christmas lights. The kids are all excited to hang up Christmas lights, but it's storming and raining outside, so anytime I get a chance when it stops to go back up. But about the Bears, man, it's gonna sound crazy, but to Daniel's point, let's just say the picks are 1 and 5. I think with the number 1 pick, I think if I'm the general manager, I put in the call for Marvin Harrison Jr.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go get a number 1. I'm gonna go get a number 1 receiver.
If I was the Bears, yes.
Right. I'm gonna go get that receiver and then with the mindset that Justin Fields is gonna be my quarterback. Now, if we get to 5, right, and let's say the kid from Washington, Penix Jr. is still on the board, or Drake May, or one of the top quarterbacks that falls to them at 5, and they want to make that move. You draft your quarterback there and pair him up with Marvin Harrison Jr. and then try to trade Justin Fields in the middle of the draft somewhere. Maybe you can get a late first round, maybe a second round.
Trade him. Yes. Yes.
And that's what I'm doing. But I'm not.
But trade him to
Marvin
who?
Harrison. I'm going to take the receiver 1, and then if a quarterback drafts to me at like 5, and depending if I want to move off from Fields or not, whatever.
Definitely
that's how I'm
Marvin Harrison should be the number 1 pick, no matter what.
Lewis, I fully, in a normal circumstance, I will agree with you. If it was any other team but Chicago. And the only reason, hold on.
It's the only team that should do it.
Hold on.
Go ahead, Vaughn.
Can I explain? The reason why I say it's pointless to have Marvin Harrison Jr. in Chicago, no matter who the quarterback is, no matter who the receiver is, no matter how good that O-line is, that stadium and where it's positioned with the weather is a killer for receivers and quarterbacks. It makes it null and void. Go get your running back. Go do that.
I don't know.
Until when's the last? How many quarterbacks? Hold on. How many quarterbacks have gone through there, Lewis? How many of them have had successful seasons and lit it up?
Yeah. Well, I don't think that's because the quarterbacks all have been trash. If you think about it, through the history of Chicago, they had Jim McMahon. Yeah, okay, whatever. The Cutler, okay, cool. You got through with Grossman, fine.
Cutler was even good though.
They never had one of those guys. Again, listen, I'm just saying to the scenario that was played out. 1 and 5. If those are your picks, I think you go.
But brother, look at the people that go there. Even the great quarterbacks that go play there, they can't light it up.
But
the stadium is positioned horribly.
But what's the great quarterbacks that's played there? That's what I'm saying. Where are they at?
No. I'm talking about just to go there and visit as a visiting team that go play there. They don't can't light it up.
Hey, well, Tua lit it up there last year.
I guess with our offense, I guess you need an offense like ours. Hold on, correct? You need an offense like ours to light it up. Because if you're gonna try to air it, hold on. If you're gonna try to air it out in Chicago, no, that shit dead.
Nah, but still, listen.
The wind that comes off the bay is no.
Well, and I get it, Von
You
Joe.
both got very valid arguments there.
The fact of the matter is, Von Joe, it's Marvin Harrison Jr. All right, his father had probably some of the greatest hands this league has ever seen. He's a Hall of Famer. You look at what this kid presents with his size, with his speed. I think if you're Chicago, and again, to the scenario, picks 1 and 5, you go get the receiver, and then, again, quarterback drops. You might want to move off of Justin Fields. You make the move then. You draft your receiver, number 1, your quarterback 5, and you start your new development or whatever. But I think that's the way, at least for me, I would play it. I'm not saying Chicago will. I'm just saying if that was me and I was in that seat, Marvin Harrison would be pick 1, and depending whether or not a quarterback fell is whether or not you're pairing Justin Fields with Marvin Harrison Jr. or you're putting a rookie, bringing him in with Marvin Harrison Jr.
Moving off.
And I'm gonna keep saying this. If you put a dome on that stadium, night and day difference. That franchise will instantly turn around. Just put a dome.
That's not a bad thought for them. I mean, look at Minnesota, you know. Yeah.
I don't think the stadium makes a difference between the team. Like, you got to go places, and teams got to come to you as well. But I don't feel that I don't think that week in, week out, if you're shitty in your own home, clearly you're not a good team, whether it's grass or turf, right? And the same on the road. If you're shitty over there, then it doesn't matter if it's grass or turf if everything keeps on coming out equally. For the Fins, for example, for the Fins example, like, we haven't lost the game depending on whether it's turf or grass. We only lost the games that were on the road. All three of our losses are on the road. One of them being in Germany.
What the hell are we
doing?
But you know, one of the things about, you know, having a stadium for a quarterback, you know, because of the weather and that kind of thing, the thing that totally offsets that whole thought is Green Bay. And I don't mean present day Green Bay. I mean in the past Green Bay, you know, with Radges and with what's his name? Brett Favre. So I mean, they've had great quarterback play in probably even worse weather than you would have in Chicago. I mean, Green Bay sits in a place.
And Miss Pam, this is why I give pushback. Hold on, this is why I give pushback. Is again, it's different. Green Bay's weather is just cold. It snows maybe, but in Chicago, literally, if you look where that stadium is positioned, they have the open end of that stadium. Literally, you'll have gale force winds come through there.
Yeah, that's windy.
Alex Robinson.
That's true. No. You're absolutely. Thank you for pointing that out.
The biggest thing is here. You got to realize. To me, I'm against domes. Football was made to be played outside.
Yo, Marvin Harrison's a gangster. He's gonna make sure his kid goes to Indy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, you not with Indy sitting at 7-5. That ain't happening. You could be a gangster all you want. You ain't getting that.
Hey, he's also
have a couple first rounds they can parlay into.
He's also from the U.
I was going to say, why not the Dolphins? Why not the Dolphins?
Marvin Harrison
played for you, bro.
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison is going to the Bears if they have that number 1 pick. But I think Color was bringing up a good point. I heard Color bringing it up. Guys like Allen Robinson played in Chicago, had his most productive years over there. Remember when Brandon Marshall and Alshon Jeffrey was there? Again, we don't like the quarterback, but Jay Cutler didn't have no problem throwing in Chicago.
Yeah. Here we go.
This narrative that, oh my God, it's the weather, it's this.
What was the stat?
Yeah, the only problem Jay Cutler had in Chicago is he didn't like doing it.
Get my man a spoon right now, bro. He's got to stir that up. He's cooking.
Bullshit. Because go look up his stats. Did he even hit 5,000 yards that year? With those 2 marks?
A lot of teams don't. A lot of quarterbacks don't.
Did he crack 4,000?
I believe he cracked 4,000. Absolutely.
I don't think he ever had a 4,000 yard throw over there.
Let's roast that shit up. let it be known.
I'm just saying. I think we overthink it. That you can't throw the ball in Chicago. You can't do this. Stop, bro.
Von Jones
I'm
always
telling
got
you,
to make
can't.
work for me.
I'm telling you, can't. I'm telling you, can't, bro. Look at it.
Von Jones always got to make work for me, man. I don't know what it is about Von Jones.
Check it out, Color. Check it out.
You can.
Okay.
Regardless if he had 4,000 yards or not, it's because Jay Cutler was trash. But you can do it over there.
Bro, I don't think they ever had a 4,000-yard pass over there. That's the problem. I don't think so.
I'm getting there, Von Joe. I'm getting there.
Von Joe, but they've never had a quarterback. You keep saying they've never had one. Yeah, because, again, is Rex Grossman throwing for 4,000 yards?
Family, again.
Yes, he could have.
Hold on. Here's the thing. They built that stadium to be a running team and a defense team, and that's how they won the Super Bowl.
They built that stadium for rock and roll.
And that stadium was built for the old NFL,
hold on.
not this
I'll
new
join you in a
NFL.
minute.
Okay, guys, I got to take off for a few minutes. I might be back, but I'm going to step
They built that stadium.
Bye, Papa Paul.
Hey,
John.
Color, did you find any over 4,000-yard passes for?
Okay, his only 4,000-yard season was 45-26 with Denver.
I'm talking about for
Chicago. His first year in Chicago, he threw for 36-66. And then about 5 years later, he threw for 38-12. That's the best he's thrown. And he went 5-10 that year.
Sounds about right.
The year they went
throw the ball in Chicago.
His best 2 years in Chicago when he went 10-5 in 2010, he threw for 32-74, and 10-5 in 2012, he threw for 3,033.
So he got worse.
Because you cannot throw the ball in Chicago.
You can throw the ball in Chicago. Stop, Von.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you can
throw it. You can throw it short. You can throw it short.
You can throw the ball. It just depends on. I mean, for Christ's sakes, let's think about it for a second. Look a little bit north of Chicago.
Well, hold on, Daniel. Hold on.
You got Green Bay up there.
You ain't got to look at it, Daniel. Hold on. I'm gonna ask Von Joe, and I'm gonna put Von Joe in the goddamn spot. Because this bullshit right here, and this is how me and Von Joe go, so don't think me and Von Joe got any problems or nothing. But Von Joe, I'm just gonna ask you a simple question, Von Joe. If you had, let's say, Marvin Harrison and whoever, right? But Patrick Mahomes was the quarterback in Chicago, do you think you could throw the ball then?
Nope.
You know what? Never mind. I ain't doing this shit with Von Joe. He's lying.
You gotta give it.
Again, I'm telling you. Hold on. Here's the thing.
I know one thing. Jason Sanders can't kick in Chicago. I know that.
Oh no, that's the thing.
I'm gonna pick my feet up, Von Joe. I'm gonna pick my feet up.
You can throw the ball. You can be a talent. You can have all the talent in your arm.
I don't think you heard the question clearly, bro. I don't really.
Hold on. I heard the question because again, you can have all the talent in your arm. You can have all the talent in your arm, but at the end of the day, Mother Nature will sit there and take that ball and say, put that shit back on the ground.
Then keep the same energy on Jason Sanders, all right?
Same thing with you don't kick the ball in Chicago. I've literally seen kickers literally kick all the way to the left, and the wind curls it all the way back
in. Me laughing at this.
Hey, who was the kicker for Chicago? Wasn't it Robbie Gould for years?
Yes.
Yeah, and I think they even had Cairo Santos. Isn't that who their kicker is now?
Hey, Color, could you tell me in the Chicago years what the kicking percentage was for one Robbie Gould in Chicago?
Hilarious.
I could, if you give me a second. That one's kind of
obscure. And I guarantee you that same kicker, you will see a kick from him. You will see a kick from him.
Hot dog Color. Color's going to kill the narrative. That's what we do over here. Me and Color kill narratives around here.
And you will see a kick from Robbie Gould.
People. It's cooking people, Blue.
Color, let me ask you a question. Because Lewis, actually, I'm going to ask Lewis this direct question. I'm not even going to go. I'm not going to bypass. I'm going to go straight to you, Lewis, because I could speak to my brother directly, right? Again, Lou, I could kick. You could hook kicks, right? You ever seen a kicker hook the kick where he intentionally kicks it to the left so it could curl back to the right because of the weather?
Absolutely.
How the hell could you? Now, have you ever seen a quarterback throw the ball all the way to the left so it could hook back into the receiver's arms.
No, but we're gonna try new things in Chicago.
Okay. No, you gotta try new things in Chicago.
We're gonna try new things in Chicago, Vonjo.
All right.
That's pretty much what happened too with that win.
All right, you ready for this? You ready for this? I don't think you're not gonna like it much, Vonjo. Just be not. I'm just be real.
Killing narratives out here.
Robbie Gould spent 11 years with Chicago, 6 years with San Francisco. In 11 years with Chicago, first of all, his career kick percentage is 86.5. In 11 years with Chicago, it was 85.4. 6 years with San Francisco, it's 87.5. It's close. I mean, it's the same, bro.
Thank you.
You know the irony between
in that win.
Wait, hold on.
In that win accounted for like a 1 3/4% difference, dude.
Color. Did I ask Lewis a direct question? Because I didn't say you can't cook in Chicago. I said you can't pass in Chicago. Again, Color? I'll ask you this question. Have you ever seen a kicker hook a kick where he kicks it all the way to the left intentionally so the wind could take it back to the right?
Ironically, just real quick, think about this real quick. Ironically, both Chicago and San Francisco are both considered the most windiest cities in the United States.
His extra point percentage has actually dropped almost 4%. Since he left Chicago. Most of his years in Chicago were flat 100% extra point rate.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Listen, I come up here a lot, right? And I've cooked a lot of people in my day. And I've enjoyed a lot of the cooking I've done. But it really hurts me. It saddens me when I have to do it to Vonjo. Because I love Vonjo.
Boy, you cooking too. You must be cooking tartar because you must be raw. I'm out here raw.
No, this is like your favorite time of day.
Listen, I got the apron. I have the apron, so I am freely available to cook people as well.
Miss
I have
Pam,
the
don't worry,
apron.
he's not cooking nothing. Clearly, he's making tartar. He's up here making raw dishes because he didn't cook nothing.
It really saddens me to do it to
You out here,
Vonjo.
you became. Hold on, Lewis. You became a sashimi chef.
Oh my God!
I'm a jack of all trades,
Lewis, you crack me up.
Clearly, you ain't cooking nothing. You just up there serving plates that's raw.
I'm a jack of all trades, Vonjo. I can cook. Listen, I cook raw.
You're Lewis of all trades.
I'm saying, we get paid off of
Lewis of all trades.
Cook
on electric.
The grill. Passing in Chicago. I didn't say nothing about.
I went to Vonjo.
Yes.
Hey, I want to bring up something for Vonjo. The two times the Chicago Bears went to the Super Bowl, it was off the running game and the defense, not the quarterback.
Thank you.
Bada bang, right there.
So I got to run, guys. I just want to say, how about them Dolphins? That's a huge win in December, 9-3, baby, and we're heading to 10-3. We all know it. I can smell it. It's coming. How about them Fins, baby?
Smell it again.
You mean 11-3? What are you talking about?
Yeah, well, I'm actually saying 13 and 14 at the worst. I would say 14-3. Yes, I would.
Yes.
I'm just talking about next week, but
because these next 2 games is a bye week for me.
Bye, y'all in the chat. See you. Thank you, guys. Fins Tailgate for having me in. Thanks. Bye, y'all.
Thank you, Miss Pam. Appreciate you coming by.
These next 2 games are such a bye week. Me and Lewis is up here talking about Chicago's draft picks.
That's
what I'm saying. Like, Lou, you're killing me right now.
Because what's crazy?
We didn't say that. Why are we talking about that?
You know what's real crazy? You know what's real crazy? That after I'm such an inspiration to this community, right? After I cooked Vonjo, Miss Pam had to leave. She was gonna throw on the apron to cook dinner. Ain't that that's amazing?
Oh shit! You're funny as fuck, dude. I love you, bro. You're great.
Out here to the community.
Thanks for being such an inspiration to the community.
Hey man, listen, this is what I do.
Yeah, because she was like this plate that Lewis served up is so trash. Let me go cook something for real.
Y'all
serving this raw steak.
Hey man,
they're serving people raw steak. All of it's done.
Now you can eat raw steak, by the way. It's raw chicken that'll do
Yes,
damage.
you can, Shake. Good point, Shake. Good
Exactly.
point.
Are you saying you're in the service industry?
You have to do
Is
it
that what I'm
carefully.
hearing?
You can't just willy nilly do it. You have
That's
to do
why.
it
That's why
carefully.
Lewis. That's why Lewis up here talking some. Oh, I cooked Bonjour up here serving tartar. That shit ain't cooked. Stop.
I didn't hear you cook. I didn't
Hey,
hear anybody.
whatever. Hey, have you ever heard of a sushi chef?
Exactly.
Everything don't have to
Yeah,
be cooked well
49ers
done.
are cooking the Eagles, man.
Yeah, I wish I
Really?
picked the Eagles.
Oh,
but-
that's awesome. Because I'm walking down to the store right now. So you're saying the Niners are up?
Yeah, so quick
21 to
story
6.
for y'all. Niners are up 21-6. Browns are down 13-10 to the Rams. Buccaneers 2 points down to the Panthers. And that is all
I'm
the
more excited
current
about that
action.
game. I'm more worried about. I'm more excited about the Browns losing because that just makes life easier for us at the end of the day.
In earlier action, Chargers decided that they could be bothered to win and beat the Patriots 6-0. Lions
That
Saints.
is the
Lions
most
beat the Saints
trash game.
33-28. Falcons defeated the Jets 13-9. Cardinals over the Steelers 24-10 when that thing finally got done. Colts 31-28 over the Titans. Dolphins, of course, 45-15. The game we all watched together over the Commanders, and the Texans defeated the Broncos 22-17 in a failed comeback by Russell Wilson.
There was a couple of dog games in the NFL. When a Thursday night game was better than some of the games in the NFL, you know it's bad. Because that Jets game,
I don't know if I
dog
like you to be in Denver.
It's bad when a brother has to cook another brother. You see what I'm saying? I don't like that. I really don't.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. You must be.
In other action, Lewis defeats Von Joe in a 3-round debate, 10-7, 10-7, and 10-7.
Absolutely.
10-7. Oh, this must be a tailgate. This must be a tailgate type of
10-7. You
judging
heard
system.
it right. You didn't win a round.
This
We went 3 rounds. You lost all 3.
This must be. You had to go into kicking to try to win.
Can you hear me?
Kicking. We stop talking about quarterback and we have to say, hey, can we kick in Chicago?
Well, Von Joe, your argument was based around the wind in Chicago. And what me and Color are telling you, the wind don't matter if your kicker is kicking almost 90% of his field goals in that wind.
And Lewis, did I not debunk that kicking and throwing are two different mechanics and two different techniques?
But you also tried to
Did I
debunk
not?
that. And you did, but you also tried to debunk that Patrick Mahomes would not be able to throw in that stadium. And we
he could throw. No, he could throw in that stadium, but he's not airing it out. It's definitely not looking like KC's offense at all.
Again, but listen, without getting in our feelings, right? Because we hate certain players. Josh Allen wouldn't have no problems throwing in Chicago. Justin Herbert would not have. No, he would not. Stop, Von Joe.
Bro, we see him have trouble. We see him having trouble in Buffalo. What are you talking about?
Come on, y'all. Let him say it.
It's because
the
he's
inclement
trash.
weather in Buffalo he's having issues with. And he's gonna go Chicago's inclement weather?
But again, because he's trash, Von Joe, but not because.
So what are we talking about?
But you're making it seem like they wouldn't be able to throw because they don't have the arm strength or they couldn't just throw.
You said he could go to Chicago and throw it in Chicago. He can't even throw in Buffalo.
He could.
And you talking because he's trash. He's gonna be good in Buffalo in Chicago all of a sudden?
Well, hold on. He's throwing.
You arguing against yourself at this. You arguing against yourself at this point.
No. Again, the man is trash. I'm not saying he's not throwing interceptions in Chicago. What I'm telling you is he will be able to throw in Chicago though. Bro, he's throwing in Buffalo.
Look at that graphic.
Greenlaw just got thrown out. Greenlaw just got thrown out.
Can somebody please screenshot that graphic so we at least have it?
What's that one?
That one that showed us in the top seed just now.
What?
That one that showed us in the top seed just now.
Greenlaw just got thrown out.
It might be short lived. Who's the big white dude? Why do they keep talking to him? Is that their DC?
No, he just got punched in the face, kind of, by Greenlaw.
Oh.
That's like, and punch is a strong word.
The refs like, tell us now. You gonna sue? There'll be a $50,000 check waiting for you in the locker room, bro. If you don't sue.
Oh, okay.
Man, what an impressive career for Mike Evans, man. This is going to be, I think, 8 or 9 straight seasons with over 1,000 yards.
And that has to be a touchdown, bro.
And he did that with
They gave it to him.
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, they gave it to him. They just kicked the extra point. It's 14-10.
I mean, if they weren't going to call that a touchdown, bro, I just don't know anymore. You know what I mean? Like, damn. Finally, somebody understands the goal line stretches across the universe.
Yeah, no, he's definitely. Let me ask you guys this. I know there's not really much to talk about. If I tell you Mike Evans 9 years in, 9 straight 1,000-yard seasons, plus a Super Bowl appearance and victory, is Mike Evans working his way into the Hall of Fame?
Yes. He's well on his way.
I'll refrain from this discussion.
Hey, I tell you what, he's got the hardware. He's got the hardware.
Dude, usually the thing that keep him out is their Super Bowl, but he has Pro Bowl appearance, he has All Pro nominations, and you talking something? He's 9,000 yards, 9,000 yards in 9 seasons.
And Von Joe, I believe he's the only wide receiver in NFL history to have that 9 straight 1,000-yard season.
And he's done it with multiple quarterbacks. So what are we talking about?
Yeah, listen, I would have to agree, man. That resume, it stacks up. That's for sure.
No, he's well on his way to a gold jacket. I'll give him that. He's well on his way to a gold jacket. Yeah, the thing is that last time I checked, he hasn't been healthy all seasons either. Like, has he gone down a few times?
Yeah, whatever you want. Sorry about that.
Damn, Brian Burns just got thrown out of the game.
No favoritism there for the Eagles. Shit. Oh, no, his head was turned to the ball. He's good. The Eagles finally going to put it in here, or what? Who's got the live game? Here we go. They get the first down. Wow, first and goal. Shit. A.J. Brown. Here comes the bitch glitch from 2 yards out, and they, damn, no, they didn't get it. They didn't get it.
How do you guys feel about the NFL trying to ban it?
I mean, look, if they see fit, he might have crossed the goal line there. That might be a touchdown. But if they see fit, I'm all for it.
I mean, it is a dirty play.
There's plenty of formations that have been banned in the NFL, bro. Plenty of them. This wouldn't be the first one. And those formations that have been banned are banned because they give the team an unfair advantage. It just is what it is. That's how the rules get changed.
Well, not only that, like, it's a scrum. It's easy for people to get injured as shit in that.
Well, it's not much different than like the wedge formations and shit that they banned like really early on, bro. How is it not much different than that?
I'm not arguing that.
I mean, people can get hurt, man. People were getting their heads cranked in that shit back then. That's why they banned it. But there's a reason they have an illegal procedure or an illegal shift penalty in the NFL. It's because there's certain stuff you can't do that'll give you an unfair advantage. And I think it's fair to look at that one. And if they determine that, then I'm for it. If they determine not, then step up defense and stop it. That's all I can say. You know.
Because the thing is, I've seen other teams try the same thing and unsuccessful.
Well, because they didn't also add the tailor-made manpower for it. You know, that's the kind of thing it looks like they did along with their player selections. You know what I mean? Is devise that kind of play. But then again, you could argue early in Derrick Henry's career, you could argue he's a one-man push. So do you ban him from the league? You know what I mean?
I still think that's a little different.
Yeah, I'm not telling the truth. I don't want the league to ban it. I say leave it alone. So that's just
it's fair for them to take a look at it and maybe set out, like, change the rule to where they have to adjust the formation slightly so it at least gives the defense a chance. You know what I mean? And that's maybe what they do. Like, it require another guy to be off the line of scrimmage or some stupid shit like that. Or maybe you can only push once, or only one player can push from behind, or something like that. You know what I mean?
I think the one player pushing from behind is a pretty good compromise on it.
And to be real, they're letting this stuff go way beyond forward momentum too sometimes. You know what I mean? They got to get on that, man. I'm really tired of seeing these quarterbacks get stood up. One of them even conceded the play last week, and they still let him get out of the scramble and didn't blow the play dead. I'm like, he's got his hands up with the ball to his face. He's stood up. Blow the whistle. And he ends up getting out of it and throwing a ball. I'm like, I forget what game it was, but
but the referees are quick. They're if you notice this year, they've been swallowing the whistle and afraid to blow that quick whistle this year.
I hear you, but if they don't want these players to start body slamming the quarterback, then they need to realize, like, there used to be in the grasp. Did that rule just go away?
I suggest the quarterbacks relax before they start getting body slammed. Yeah, that's probably what it's going to take, Color, is a defensive player to actually literally body slam a quarterback and be like, what you want me to do? He was still moving.
Yeah, they'll just throw the flag on it, and that's the pickle that the D linemen are in these days. Like on that play where the quarterback stood up like that, he broke the D lineman, like, stopped playing, and then the guy, like, starts up again and rolls out and throws the ball.
That is bad refereeing.
I don't know, Von Joe. I'm kind of on the standpoint of get rid of it or modify it at very least. Because when something's automatic, yeah, great. And yeah, you spent the time and resources to work on it, and that's awesome. But it doesn't add much to the game. And it just takes shit away. And it's air prone. Like, I'm surprised there's not more injuries on it, to be honest.
And now they're going to go for 2 here, I think, aren't they, or no? Oh, no, they already tried.
No, they kicked it.
Oh, that's right. I'm watching on Red Zone. I'm behind. It's probably on my local broadcast. I don't know why I don't just watch it in my studio, but I don't feel like stay hanging in there. I don't smoke in there, so. There is such bad football on right now that Red Zone just split screen with the same game.
Huh. Would that at least change the angle?
Yeah, it was like one was him in the huddle and the other was showing the guy swimming on the ground. It might have actually been the broadcast splitting the screen. That might have been what happened.
I'm watching on YouTube TV. They didn't do that, so. Like, I hate that this game doesn't have any bearing on standings for us, but.
Listen, gentlemen, I'm about to go sit down and relax with the family. It's been a pleasure. It was a very relaxing day today.
Yeah, man. Thanks
a very productive day on both sides of the Dolphins and me. So I'm very proud of myself overall as a Dolphin fan and my Dolphins. So, but no, man, thanks for having me up.
Hey,
see you guys.
What's up? Don't forget about that win in Chicago, man.
Hey, someplace I'll never go.
Good seeing you as always, my brother. Good seeing you.
Hey, you already know, Shaq. You guys have a wonderful evening. And hey, fins up.
You too, bud.
Yep, enjoy the dinner, man.
Yeah, man, that game today was good.
Niners just scored again. Deebo Samuel.
Oh, you're ahead of me.
Yeah. Hey, Carl, you want to shut it down now, or you want to go on another 30 minutes?
It's up to you. I mean, if you can hang another 30, I'm on my phone, so I can. It's easy. It's I can shut it down.
I'm just cooking dinner, ready to do some Netflix and chill with the missus.
Right on.
So.
Yeah, we can shut it down now. Everybody pretty. I mean, what else is there to say but good damn job, Miami, right?
Yeah. Hey, Robert, I appreciate you for coming up, by the way.
Hey, it's good, Shake. Appreciate you guys for having it and having me.
Hey, man, appreciate everybody here. Of course, Raphael Courtright, my man G, all the people that come through all the time and support the channel, man. We appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.
Because we're doing this because you guys, you know what I mean? So let's celebrate this victory, man. With a burger. Tomorrow I'm gonna have a burger for lunch. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. A 40 burger?
Hell yeah.
With cheese?
Extra cheese.
Hey, it was almost
a Royale with cheese, actually.
Hey, I was always taught in school to round up, so looks like a 50 burger to me.
Hell yeah.
And 50, you round up there too. It's 100 burger, you know?
Mm-hmm. With cheese. Don't forget the cheese.
It's with cheese. We scored 100 points today. If you round up.
And then you multiply it by dog years, we got 1,000 points. All right, y'all. Fins up, everybody.
Have a good one, man.